All right. In three, two, one. Yo, everyone, you're listening to Filmmaker Mike and the boys. Joining me for this episode is Kuya.
How you doing?
Good. And Pinhead.
You have 20 seconds to comply.
Oh, there's the Ed 209.
There you go.
By the way, which connects to Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, Jesus.
Man, we're getting RoboCop Vance coming soon to the next Star Wars spin-off series. So we got the finale of the Book of Boba, Chapter 7, In the Name of Honor. And it said runtime of 1 hour, but the actual episode itself is about 58 minutes, 30 seconds, which is still pretty good. So, well, that's also, of course, including the credits. But hey, I'll take it. So, after last week's episode of just pure Star Wars, I had a feeling it was going to be hard to top that episode, just because of the absolute connection to the Force, and that being the main theme of that episode, with Luke and Ahsoka, and of course Grogu. But I really enjoyed this episode as well. I didn't think it was as fantastic and as great as Chapter 6, but I still enjoyed this episode. We get to Boba and Mando and everyone are holed up in the sanctuary checking the wreckage, and instead of going to Boba's palace, they hold up there with everyone's favorite Power Rangers who get names this week. They actually got names.
They got gifts too, because they're gifs or however the hell you pronounce them, because of that little twirly shit that he did.
Hey, the spinning shit, that's nothing new. That's a ongoing thing in Star Wars, and it looked cool.
Right.
So I think that was let's see. I think their names are Scad and something else. Not Shiv.
Scad, Brad, Chad.
Yeah.
Dad.
I just thought, like, we could have at least gotten their names like when they were first introduced, but okay. And then we also got Chrysantan, which I think is as an interesting name. His nickname is Santo, which like it reminded me of Filipinos when they get their nicknames, which are totally unrelated to their first name.
Doesn't make sense. Mike's name is like Boo Boy and all that stuff. So
yeah, but that's not really. But yeah, in Filipino culture, someone will be named like I don't know, Robert, and then the nickname is like Junjun. Like, how did you get that shit? Yeah. So and then we also get the X-wing that arrives in Peli Motto's hangar. I was thinking like, ooh, we're getting Luke back, and of course, when the cockpit opens, it's not Luke. Grogu's in it, and of course R2. R2 was Uber D2 this week. And I thought it was funny. He was like, I gotta fucking go. I gotta go. Like, it almost made me think, like, is that Cleveland there from the Family Guy Star Wars episode?
Yeah, I gotta go.
And I was thinking, like, he wants to bust out of Tatooine, because if anyone hates Tatooine, aside from Anakin and Luke, it's got to be R2 and 3PO, because they've seen enough of that shithole. Like, here again. Like, I'm out of here. Like, fuck this place. So I really like that Mando decided to help Boba, and they were just gonna basically stand off there. Cad Bane shows up. I thought we were gonna get the duel at the top of it, but of course it was just a little tease. But every time Cad Bane was on screen, I really enjoyed it. Spoilers, was really disappointed that they killed him off. However,
I don't know about that.
People have pointed out his box on his chest was blinking.
Yeah.
So that could be a hint to his life support.
And also this the gaffy stick, or is it gaffy
gaffy stick? Yeah, gaffy.
Yeah,
stick.
the stick, the little pointy end isn't too deep. or
Mhm.
isn't long enough to go into the deep into the chest, and like I mean, I'm sure he had armor and like with it too. So
Yeah, probably. But then also for his so for his species, which is a Duros, he's 71, and they
mm,
usually don't last like they don't get past 70. So he's
mm.
71.
Yeah, but isn't he augmented because of all the breathing apparatuses and all the stuff that he
Right.
has?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
And going back to the very end, the mid credits or the end credits, mid credits scene that they show, which that's Cobb Vanth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it didn't like at first. It took me a while to get because I don't know why they just showed. They could have at least showed a shot. They showed so many shots of Boba from above, from right on top of the Bacta tank. I think if they did a quick shot of above the Bacta tank, everyone because a lot of people were confused by that shot just because it was from the side. But and then what's his name? Thundercat is
Yeah, yeah.
the mod operator. So when I saw that, I'm like, it would have been cool if they also showed a scene where Cad Bane is getting modded or something to like bring him back to life. But who knows? In Star Wars, anything is possible now. So I think they've already seen the reception from Cad Bane in live action. It would be cool if they brought him back down the road at some point because the character was just great. And I love the dialogue as well, and the action and the past, basically the history that they've hinted at, relating directly to the Clone Wars. I thought that was great as well. I love the Rancor sequence when Boba gets the Rancor and he just starts trashing everything. I thought that was fun. He's riding the Rancor and basically
But I bet you all the Boba
laying
Fett
waste.
nerds were like jizzing in their pants and shit like that.
Yeah. So that was cool. And I thought, what's his name? Major domo of the mayor was a little bit annoying, but it was also funny at the same time. Um, and his sexual chemistry with Pelimano and everyone like shipping them, I thought it was fucking hilarious. So what else? I'm trying to think of. Yeah, and of course Mando reuniting with Grogu. That was a sweet moment. That was pretty awesome. And Grogu calming down the Rancor was pretty awesome as well. That was cool. So it's very interesting now that of course and oh yeah, I do love that the end scene of when Mando and Grogu are off in space, and of course Grogu's right in the droid, what would have been the droid port, and he keeps tapping the glass, and and Mando's like, no, I'm not gonna do it again. And of course Mando boosts, and Grogu of course loves that shit because from season 2, I think it was season 2, in the Razor Crest when Mando was flying and doing some they were flying against TIE fighters, I think. Remember Grogu was like raising his hands while he was
Yeah,
eating his
he
cookie.
he likes it fast.
Right, right. So he loves that shit. But yeah, I thought it was a cool episode. I really enjoyed it. Interesting that they mention season finale and not series finale.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was thinking maybe they're not also mentioning series finale because it ties so much to the Mandalorian that if they said series finale, then that would mean it would, So, or they're just keeping it open as well. They want to see what could be, they want to basically have their options open. I would like to see a second season at some point. So, and then of course, they did mention that the Mandalorian, Boba Fett, and what would have been the Rangers of the New Republic, with starring Cara Dune, and like some X-wing, those X-wing pilots. It would have been all those series would have tied together. But now that I don't think Rangers of the New Republic is happening, there's a good chance that those stories, whatever they had planned or whatever they had laid out, will find its way to the other live action series like Ahsoka, because all of these supposedly are taking place at the same time. So it's easy to intertwine and cross over the characters within these shows. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to do that and what will happen next. So what do you guys think?
Go ahead, Pinhead.
It was fine. I mean, it was fine to me. I'm not gonna do this anymore with Space Wizards. I don't care about any fucking thing else other than Obi-Wan. I don't care about. I'll even go on record and say it. Fuck Mandalorian season 3. I don't care about Andor. I don't care about Okra, or excuse me, Ahsoka. I'm sorry. I don't care about Okra or Andor or any. I just want Obi-Wan. That's it. And I don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna blow my load too. I'll go on record. I'm gonna blow my load every time on this. Even if the fucking show is fucking filler, I'm still gonna blow my load because I love Obi-Wan and I love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. He's amazing. I don't care what happens before that, and I don't give a fuck what happens after that until we get an Obi-Wan season 2, if we do. I don't care. I just want Obi-Wan. That's all I want.
So the
quick,
word is
quick and curly, without ranting and raving. The overall season of Boba Fett, B-. B-. Loved it. Great. And you're that B-. That's a look. No, B- for Space Wizards is good. Trust me. So Obi-Wan, that's the bar. That's the bar you're set at, baby. I know you can do. You can blast it. You can get to at least B+. I even believe Obi. You can get to that A- for me. We'll see. But that's what I'm waiting for. And I'll end it at that. I don't care about the implications of fuck Buck and his friends. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about the silver and gray Wookiee. I don't care. Let's just get for me. And for me, so for those in the cheap seats, for me, so because a lot of you get angry and you think that's law. I said for me. I don't care until we get to Obi-Wan. I don't care about, bacteria tanks. I don't care about any of that. I just want to get to Obi-Wan. Let me get there.
okay. So real quick, while you mentioned that, they did announce, of course, on the day of Chapter 7 premiere, they released the poster for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they also announced the date. The release date will be, everyone is speculating May 4th, because why not? It's May the 4th be with you. But they are releasing it on May 25th, which is actually fitting because it will mark the 45th anniversary of the release of Star Wars, the original, A New Hope. So May 25th is that date. And Obi-Wan Kenobi is a limited series, and I believe we're getting 6 hours of it, 6 chapters.
Good, because I don't care whether it's good or bad. You're going to see a release from me no matter what.
Yeah, that's a limited
I don't
series.
care. I don't care if it's absolute dog shit. I'm still going to defend it. So.
And then from the poster, we have an image of Obi-Wan in his, doesn't look like his Jedi robes. He's looking like he's wearing just regular a tunic and a robe, but not looking like a Jedi, of course. And he is holding a lightsaber, and a lot of people are speculating from that and trying to zoom in on that. It looks like Anakin's saber that he's holding. So because of course he did pick it up.
I'll say this. Not to interrupt, and I'm sorry, Mike. I don't care because all you Space Wizards fans like you and Kuya, Brad especially, he'll blow. I'm blowing simply for Obi-Wan because I don't care. All I care about, I don't care if Ewan McGregor is Obi-Wan with his lightsaber and he's doing a dreidel all 6 episodes. I'll still defend it. That's how much I love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. And that's all I have to say. I'll step back. Sorry, Mike. Sorry,
You're
Mike.
good. You're good. Yeah. So aside from that poster, which is already exciting enough because we're bound to hopefully get at least a teaser trailer soon. But yeah, and from the concept art that they released in the highlight reel, we're going to be seeing some Sith Inquisitors. We're going to be definitely seeing Darth Vader and his more of his castle on Mustafar, which is awesome. And yeah, we should have a lot of Jedi action at the very least. And
now, on that point, before we move on, I will admit that was my nerd point because I asked you if there will be a Grand Inquisitor or some shit, and I'm like, you said before this happened, this was like 4 weeks ago. You were like, you don't know, and now we have a confirmation that there will be.
Supposedly, yes. The actor, what's his name? Rupert Friend supposedly will be playing the Grand Inquisitor. Woo. So
can't wait. So
yeah,
I'm good. There, I'm done.
Yep. Kuya, what'd you think of the Book of Boba Fett?
Chapter the last episode was actually a fitting end to the series of the Book of Boba Fett. You know, it gave it enough things for the Boba Fett fans to latch on and love and all that stuff and relish on, but it also pushed forward like what Filoni and Favreau has planned for the rest of the Star Wars universe. You know what I mean? They're basically setting up Mandalorian season 3 from here. If there is going to be a second season of Boba Fett, it's gonna tie in like how they're gonna how they're gonna handle the vacuum, because they basically Fennec Shen like killed off every single head of every syndicate in fucking Tatooine, right? For the most part.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because they were. That's right. I forgot to mention. Yeah, they were betrayed. So they're like, "Fuck you guys."
Yep. Yeah, and Fennec Shen, I love the fact that she had to, she had her time to shine, because like being like a backdrop person like that, I was like, nah, she's an assassin. She needs to kill somebody like really really bad. So this is kind of cool. The homage to Leon the Professional was kind of cool because of the fact that she was using her knife only, which is kind of cool.
Right.
And the one thing that like I believe everybody, all the Star Wars people and the Boba Fett fans loved was when he rode the Rancor. Frankly, I thought he was gonna grab Slave One and fucking just tear up a new asshole onto those droids.
Right. A lot of people said that. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. He's fucking going. He's flying off. He's gonna grab his ship and he's gonna just like blasting the shit out of everybody, right? And then when I heard the Rancor, I'm like, he rode the Rancor. Okay, cool. I guess this is fitting because in one of the episodes he or the trainer says, oh, he needs to somebody needs to ride a Rancor or whatever. He'll get respect or whatever. So I guess that's the fitting thing there. It was very entertaining, and I like the fact that they pretty much entertain every single aspect or every freaking version of a Star Wars fan. From the casual to the diehards to the Boba Fett fans to the Mandalorian fans to everybody.
Right.
I like the fact that they left it as an open book like that, which is kind of cool. I did not like the little fucking spinneroonie fucking shoot him up bullshit like that. He didn't do that shit. Okay, he didn't need to do that shit. He could just like turn, just a simple turnaround or whatever.
But it looked cool.
or one of those like Han Solo, like not even looking, like that. That would have been cool.
Well, he didn't. I don't think he earned that.
No, but I could. He could have done that instead of like doing the little fucking stupid ass.
Oh,
like,
if he did that where he didn't look like Han Solo, everyone would have been like, "What the fuck? Who is this guy?
no, and then
Who's this shit?"
that would have been props. And I would have been like, oh shit, he shot the pipe guy, like Han Solo shot the other guy. That's cool. Like when the Freetown folk came in, that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the little lesbian action going on with the attraction between the sniper and fucking
here's
Zoe
someone-
Deschanel and shit.
They come from different worlds, so
I'm calling her Zoe Deschanel, by the way, the mod. So because she looks like Zoe Deschanel, and I can't stand her at all.
What?
I'm done. I'm over her already.
Okay.
But
So it's interesting
she's
that
like,
she reminds you of her.
no, she's like, like we have to kill all of them, and I'll aim for the armored guy or person thing. At this distance I don't miss, and then like she fucking missed one. I was like, dude, you missed one. What the fuck, But like the cool for me, the coolest thing was the fact that we actually got to see Boba Fett and Cad Bane like settle it.
Right.
Boba Fett was said that he told everybody that Cad Bane is the fastest gun. He's a faster gun. He's whatever.
Right.
But he's not afraid of him because of his armor. But the fact that the Cad Bane fucking like shot him where there's no armor was pretty fucking funny to me.
Right. Well, he knew.
And then like Boba Fett like grew up and learned like how to survive, and he used his his Tusken Raider fucking skills now to kill him, quote unquote.
Right.
But I don't think he's dead. I thought. See, in episode 6, I thought Boba Fett was dead, right? And I thought like, oh, this fucking guy like went out like a bitch, whatever. I'm done, and it's done, over and done with, right? But the motherfucker's popularity made him survive, and it turned into the series right here. I'm telling you right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, not to interrupt you, Kuya, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I love this guy, and all the hype that's been built up on this motherfucker. Like, there's no way he's just dead like that. And secondly, everybody loved Darth Maul, and we thought he was dead. And what happened there? So I'll leave it at that. Sorry.
Yep, Cad Bane is, because of the fucking 3 scenes that he had in this show. Right. Three scenes, right? He is the most popular fucking guy in the show. Outside of outside of Grogu and the Mandalorian, I'm telling you that right now, because of the fact that all the hype was like, oh, who the fuck is this Cad Bane character? And the way the guy acted Cad Bane now as an older guy, instead of like the cocky little prick that he was in Clone Wars and all that stuff, right? He was cocky,
right?
Like, but now he's more aged, like he's more experienced. So like he probably took some else in the back end or whatever, right? So for me, he learned his lesson. Like, that's why he's a little bit more menacing. That's why his words were a little bit more careful in a sense. He's just like saying, now it's not the time. You're not gonna fuck with us, whatever. But it's cool. It's cool to see Cad Bane. Like, again, I would love to see him again. If there is going to be a second season of Boba Fett, it's going to be Boba Fett featuring the Power Rangers, maybe Chrysanthemum or whatever, and the gang, right? All of that stuff against Crimson Dawn, because Crimson Dawn is the big bad guy, isn't it? Like,
yes.
Okay, and I'm sure Crimson Dawn can afford a back tank for fucking Cad Bane.
And all I asked for the second season of the Book of Boba, you didn't copy it completely. Let's not be daft here, but please let's cut that ending theme of Lex's Brunnen G. It made me feel like the Brunnen G of Lex, like Kuya knows. So let's cut that down a little bit, just a little bit. That's my inner nerd. That's my inner picky nerd coming out. But please cut that down. Otherwise, B+. Great season. Great season.
Again,
please give us a 2.
Pinhead and I are on the same boat when it comes to, like, I want to see more Cad Bane. Cad Bane is by far it's not because I love westerns and he reminded me so much of like the bad guys in the western films and all that stuff. For me, he's just like a good character, and I think they can build off of that shit. If Boba Fett can have like the back to tank / bubble bath / fucking what happened to his life, from the past and all that stuff. I'm sure Cad Bane can have some of that shit too.
Indeed.
So, but I don't know how expensive the CGI is for Cad Bane. Cad Bane's makeup and all that shit. I don't know if it's artificial, if it's CGI, if it's prosthetics or whatever.
Mike. He's friends with Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
So
supposedly it is a mask.
It's a mask, right?
It is a mask, and that's the original voice actor, Corey Burton, who gave the voice in the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
so his voice was always cool in the Clone Wars, but here it's even cooler.
It's a little bit. It's more menacing, wasn't it, Mike?
It is more menacing.
It's more direct because like
and his fucking teeth are like it just adds to the character. So quick trivia here. I saw this on Rancor. It says Cad Bane was inspired by one of the greatest spaghetti western actors of all time, Lee Van Cleef, and his character Angel Eyes from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Bad, and Ugly.
See, that makes a lot of sense.
Everything from his mannerisms to the way he dressed was used as the foundation for Bane. And when creating Bane's distinctive voice for the Clone Wars, actor Corey Burton specifically modeled it after his performance.
Yep.
So see,
I don't know, Mike, if you haven't seen that movie yet, but
now
go watch
it.
It's amazing. It's fucking. It's not. I don't even consider it a western. It's classic art for me. It's like Hamlet. It's like fucking. I'm serious. It's like Hamlet. It's like Shakespeare to me.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I need to see it.
That means you saw the new Denzel movie, then, right, Kuya?
I have not, but I will, because I want to see it, and I'm a huge Denzel Washington fan, and if the Coen brothers are on something, I always watch their movies because I love the Coen brothers, so I will eventually watch it.
Well, it's only one Coen this time, so.
Oh, is it Joel or is it?
Nope. If you promise to give me a kiss on the cheek when we meet, I'll let you. And I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
I'll let you bite my apple. Let's just say that.
Jeez.
So real quick, I think also Boba riding on the Rancor
that was awesome.
Probably,
awesome.
Yeah. I actually cheered out loud when he was riding the Rancor, and the Rancor. I was like, I better see someone. I better see someone get eaten. Fucking eat someone.
No, right? It was cool to see it and everything, but again, for me, as a natural regular Star Wars fan, it made more sense to me than for him to grab his fucking starship and come over and just.
But we already saw that. We saw that chapters ago too.
I know.
I thought I was the regular Star Wars fan.
I am a regular Star Wars fan. Like I'm not. I don't collect shit. Like the only stuff I collected was Mace Windu stuff.
Yeah, because I do.
Yeah, just Mace Windu stuff.
Sure.
That's it. I'm a Mace Windu fan. But whatever.
Yeah,
I love Samuel L. Jackson.
So I wanted to mention, I think that could be foreshadowing towards what we could possibly see, whether it's going to be Boba or Mando, but I think it could be Boba, where he will ride the great mythosaur on Mandalore, and he will reclaim Mandalore and be the leader of. I think that'll restore. Well, that's a speculation, but it also I think it tracks and it makes sense because Mando doesn't want to leave Mandalore. he just wants to do his own thing, right? Even from the get go, when he got
He wants to be a daddy to Grogu. That's
yeah,
all he
and
wants.
he just wants to continue
He wants to
bounty
do is
hunting.
go fishing. That's it.
Yeah. So sooner or later, he may Boba may get that dark saber, and he's gonna lead Mandalore, and he's gonna be its rightful leader. And I think that'll restore Boba back to being the actual king, you know, and one true Mandalorian warrior and leader. So, but who knows?
Technically, he's not Mandalorian up until Django gave him the shit. So,
well,
sure.
And that's why they did that in the whole chain code to show everyone like he is Mandalorian. Because
after Django gave it to him, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but for the longest time, everyone was like, he's not even Mandalorian. So, but
he's
I think also since Din Djarin helped Boba here, I think Din will be able to now ask Boba to help him retake Mandalore. And then eventually, of course, we'll probably see Mando go in the pit or whatever and reclaim the creed, since the armor asked him, right? Or he asked did you remove your helmet?
I have Mike. I sent you a video on your private chat in regards to the Mandalorian or in regards to Star Wars and
Yoda.
Yeah, with the Yoda thing.
Yeah, I started watching it. Yeah.
It has a little bit of tie-in in regards to what they mentioned something that the show The Mandalorian technically isn't about Mando. It's actually about Grogu, because since Grogu is the youngling, and then he chose to be the Mandalorian, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So the story is actually about him and not Din Djarin or anything like that. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, this guy is on the same fucking wavelength as I am, because I love these kinds of left field kind of fucking shocking turn of events type of thing,
Right, I can actually see that. It makes sense with how they're telling the story, but they're also giving us all the backstory that we need on the characters, like Mando himself. We're getting all those flashbacks.
I mean, it's kind of cool. Like I said, after you finished watching that video, I want to hear your thoughts and stuff in regards to it, just because of the fact that for me it's interesting, and it's really a nasty hot take, and some of the fans might not like that take. Pinhead, what I sent him, I'll send it to you if you want it. It's there's this video about why Yoda was wrong about the Jedi, and Luke is doing the same fucking thing. So that's basically what the video is, and he's just explaining how Yoda actually failed the Jedi in the cartoons, in the movies, etc., and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, it's not bad. It's a pretty compelling argument. So,
yeah. So, and I just want to mention real quick, I want to call it now in Kenobi. I'd like to see, of course, Liam Neeson, who claims he's not involved with it. And
but he's gonna be a Force ghost, man. Come on, bullshit.
What?
He's gonna be a Force ghost.
Yeah, he's got to be a Force ghost. He's got to be at some point. Also, there's no way we're gonna see that Kenobi series without Darth Maul showing up at some point. And I was just thinking about it.
It'd be kind of cool if he's a Force ghost too.
Huh? Oh no!
It'd be kind of cool if he was a Force ghost too. That'd be funny. Hey.
No, he's fucking alive at this point. He's still alive. Because it wasn't until I think it was years after Revenge of the Sith, they made a Star Wars Infinities kind of a what if comic book series, and one of the stories was Obi-Wan on Tatooine watching over young Luke, and then out of nowhere there's this assassin, and he's running. This is way before Maul. This is way before the Clone Wars premiered. This is way before any of that stuff. There's someone with cybernetic legs running across the desert at a really fast pace. And then they slowly reveal it's Darth Maul, and he's got those robotic cybernetic chicken legs or whatever. So he's running fast. He's going for the kill to kill Luke Skywalker. And then right before he reaches the close distance to the Lars homestead, out of the fucking sand, Obi-Wan pops out and he duels Darth Maul in the fucking desert. And they're like maybe 50 feet away from the Lars homestead. And Obi-Wan is basically like at the last stand defending, to protect Luke. And so I can't remember the outcome of that, but I remember they made a comic book and then they made action figures, and that always sparked the imagination of fans because everyone was like, fucking Darth Maul, of course, because everyone remembers
Darth Maul
hype.
Yeah.
He was part of that hype. And then years later, they brought back Darth Maul in the Clone Wars. And then, of course, it wasn't until
Thanks,
Solo.
Mike. Now I know he's alive.
And then it wasn't until Solo where out of nowhere, clearly they were planning something and they were hoping that Solo would be a big success. But then, of course, as we know in Star Wars, a lot of these things that may not necessarily be successful, or they will always find a way to give more life to it and put it in somewhere else and continue that story. So I'm really hoping we're gonna see Darth Maul in that Kenobi series. And I was just thinking, wouldn't it be so fucking cool when Obi-Wan and Darth Vader are in their fucking duel, and then out of fucking nowhere, Darth Maul fucking shows up and he's there for Kenobi. But
and then like Darth Vader is like, "Hey, that's my kill, bitch."
Yeah, but instead of that, for a quick second, Darth Vader and Obi-Wan have to team up to fight off against Darth Maul. And if I see that shit, I'm gonna go fucking wild. And then they go back. And if once they dispatch Maul, or Kenobi dispatches Maul, or maybe whatever, something happens, and Maul's out of the equation again, then they go back real quick to fighting off each other.
I'd prefer the other way around to show how badass Obi-Wan is. He has to fight off both of them by himself.
That would be cool too.
Narrowly escape.
That would be cool too. But I'd also like to see Darth Maul versus Darth Vader.
Mike, in what was it Clone Wars that they did that like last duel in the sand?
Huh?
Isn't it in Clone Wars that they did that last duel in the sand, and then they just did and Obi-Wan did a quick strike and then he died?
That was Rebels.
Oh, was it Rebels?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was.
I was about ready to say, you guys keep talking about Clone Wars. I'm ready to get off of this fucking podcast and go watch it now. Like you, Jester, Kuya, everybody.
The Clone Wars is George Lucas revival.
It can't be that good. It cannot be that good.
It is.
It's a slow burn.
Because even it doesn't matter. Even utter pessimists like you blow its lollipop.
It's entertaining. Let's just say that.
Okay, well, I guess I gotta go down the fucking Clone Wars fucking rabbit hole.
They're 22-minute episodes, so they're quick.
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
Well,
you can bitch them. So.
I'm blaming all three of you and Jester now if I become a Clone Wars heroin addict. So,
and then you'll see the genius of not just Filoni but George Lucas. Because
maybe you won't, and then you'll never see me at work ever again.
And then, of course, real quick,
Mike in Rebels though, right? That's the one that they did the actual telling of like how Darth Maul finally got defeated by Obi-Wan with that one strike, wasn't it? That's the one, right?
Yes.
All right, so they're gonna retcon that shit. I thought that was such a great fucking scene, dude.
It was. But
real quick before we move on, for Kuya, this is a specific question to Kuya. New Battlestar Galactica or Clone Wars?
The new Battlestar Galactica
or Clone Wars?
Battlestar Galactica. I'm sorry.
How close is it?
the later seasons is a lot closer to Battlestar Galactica than it is to, because the first the first couple of seasons it's more of like the propaganda for the Clone Wars
It
itself.
doesn't matter. It didn't say no more. I'm
Right,
invested.
Mike. They did the little newsreels and shit, right? Dun, dun,
They did
dun,
it every
dun, dun.
episode. Every episode,
Yeah.
they did that. Yeah, with
But there was
Bob Kane.
propaganda.
Yeah, it's propaganda for the Empire to continue on with the war, and they're showing like how awesome the Jedi's are with the clones and yada yada yada. But it gets a little bit more non kid friendly down the season. So
Real fucking quick.
The only
Yeah.
reason why I asked that is because Battlestar Galactica, if you remember, the first season, it was great, but it didn't pick up until that next 2, 3, and then the final season. So
It's a
that's
slow
the only
burn.
reason why I'm asking. It's a similar parallel, but
It's kind of for me. I'm a big Deep Space Nine fan. Pinhead.
So am I, and that.
It was a slow burn at the first season, and then it kind of picked up afterwards, right? So.
But see, that's why I don't care about slow burns. Like I love that shit. I love Battlestar Galactica. So I'm gonna watch it. That's all I'm asking.
So before you can start with season 1 with the Clone Wars, or you start with the movie.
So and thank you, because that's always been my question. Where do we go so that I can learn it and get invested in the? Where do we start?
Okay, so start with the movie.
Clone Wars.
Start with the movie. Yeah.
Thank you.
Start with the movie. I remember
as a noob, I need to know this.
Yeah. Just because in the movie, that's where you're first introduced to Ahsoka.
Okay, thank you. And
but
that's all I need to know.
There is parts, there is parts in the seasons that the episodes will jump in time or jump back.
Okay.
But yeah, so
wasn't there another movie, or am I mistaken?
There's only one Clone Wars.
There's only
movie.
one.
And then let's see. I'm looking for so the first season is 22 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't need all that. Like, I'm glad you told me that I can start with the movie.
Start with the movie.
No, Pinhead, in regards to help you out also, Disney Channel is actually pretty good. They have like essential Clone Wars episodes, and then essential Ahsoka episodes and whatnot.
Well, Disney Plus has.
So if you wanna look and read through it, like with the cheat sheet and everything like that, they recommend those things, and I saw those recommendations, and it's pretty parallel. But if you want the whole story, then by golly,
on record, so everybody knows on record who you think's I'm a child.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just asking. If you do get no, if you don't like that,
I'm fucking with you. So. What I'm saying is, Clone Wars. I'm just starting from Clone Wars. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. So
unless that Nickelodeon Disney Channel shit has something like that I need to learn from.
Nah.
Okay, so
it's just recommendations of like the greatest episodes that they had, and it's like the greatest hits type of thing. So like listening to the Eagles greatest hits album versus like listening to all of their albums and all that stuff, right?
Cliff Notes.
Yeah, Cliff Notes. Yeah.
Yeah. So start with that movie, and then you're off to the races with season 1.
Yeah, and then you're gonna understand what Snips is. Right, Mike?
Snips.
Fucking Snips.
Sky Guy, R2E, which I hope, I do hope in Kenobi, I'm just hoping to see a flashback of Ahsoka. What's her name? Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka with Hayden Christensen's Anakin, and of course Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan within the Clone Wars. Give me a full fucking episode of them on a mission, the 3 of them. And
Mike, they only have 6.
That'll fucking blow
there's only 6 episodes.
The internet's collective minds, all the Star Wars fans, especially the kids who grew up with the Clone Wars, seeing those 3 in live action. in their Clone Wars gear. Holy fucking shit. So, but it's been confirmed in Ahsoka, we are going to get Hayden Christensen as well. So there's no reason why they wouldn't put Ahsoka at least a little bit here in the Kenobi series, because so I'm really excited for the Kenobi series. Holy shit. Cannot wait.
Yeah. May 25th.
Yep.
It's too fucking far away.
Alrighty. So moving on to other Star Wars news. This is just a quick casting update. They added Ray Stevenson. I'm not familiar with him, but I think some people may be familiar with him. Ray Stevenson has joined the cast of Ahsoka. This is from HollywoodReporter.com. So Ray Stevenson, he last appeared on History Channel's Vikings.
Yep.
So and of course they're not revealing who he's playing.
He was the old Punisher, like one of the R-rated Punishers. That, he's that, and he was Firefly in one of the
Warzone.
Okay.
So yeah, Punisher Warzone. There you go. Thank you,
Punisher. So.
Yeah, I never saw that one. So, but he'll be joining Rosario Dawson, of course, as Ahsoka, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Ivana Sakno, Natasha Liu Bordizzo, Hayden Christensen. So, and of course, they're not confirming who he's playing. And then they're saying it is unclear who Stevenson will play, but sources say he is a villain in the series and will play an admiral, although not Thrawn. Not Thrawn, though.
Not Thrawn, right?
Not Thrawn. So interesting.
He kind of sort of looks like Thrawn, but
who knows? Who knows? He was also, of course. So he was a voice actor on Star Wars Rebels and the Clone Wars. He played Gar Saxon, who was a Mandalorian, and he's also known for playing Volstagg in the Thor movies, and he played Blackbeard in Black Sails.
Yep.
So.
Rails and tails.
There you go. And then another thing in the Space Wizards, The Force Unleashed is coming to Nintendo Switch. So unleashing devastating force powers and lightsaber combos with optional motion controls when the Nintendo Wii version of Star Wars The Force Unleashed releases on Nintendo Switch coming April 20th, 2022.
So that means I can beat it about 6 or 7 times over before it comes on Nintendo Switch. This thing is on a PS Now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome. There you go.
Cool.
I did enjoy the Nintendo Wii version when we got a Nintendo Wii way back when, because they had a special versus mode where you could play the Secret Apprentice and other characters who show up in the game and fight off each other. And I loved using that Wiimote to wield the lightsaber and use the Force as well. So, The Force Unleashed, if anyone is not familiar with the game or the story, I'd say check it out. This was released back in the first game was released back in 2007, so 1 year before the Clone Wars premiered. And the fact that Vader had a secret apprentice blew everyone's mind, because it was just like, what the hell is this? Like, we don't know about this shit. That can't be. So.
And y'all say the second one sucks, so I'm scared.
Yeah, the second one, I didn't think it sucked. It was just really short for me. I wish there could have been more, but the story that they continued, I thought was interesting. But the first game is really fantastic. What's his name? Sam Witwer is the actor that plays the Secret Apprentice, and he's that character has gained a following ever since that character premiered, and everyone has been hoping that he would either show up in the Clone Wars, or now, of course, they want to see him in live action. But
of course,
who knows? Who knows? So, if
Boba Fett can come back to life, anything can happen, guys.
Yeah, anything is possible. Moving on to all things Jurassic, we got the trailer for Jurassic World Dominion, which will be releasing on June 10th, and we get our first look at the original 3. Huh? Yeah.
Oh.
So the original three of Dr. Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Ian Malcolm, all sharing a bunch of scenes together, which I kind of wish we would have seen, in a Space Wizards movie. I don't know, The Force Awakens. With Han, I don't know, maybe Han, Luke, and Leia, the original three that started it all. You added Chewie and R2 and 3PO. No, J.J. Abrams felt like, let's put that fucking droid under a tarp for the whole.
We don't know if they'll fuck this one up yet, though.
Yeah. So I like it. I like the trailer. I'm looking forward to it. This is supposedly the end of a trilogy, but not the end of a series. That's what they've said. So
Mike, Blue is the female raptor, right?
yes,
she's the alpha.
Yep.
She was the alpha. So she has a baby. She has a baby, according to the trailer.
Oh, I forgot. I guess I forgot that part. I only saw it once.
Because Blue was running around and then there was like a little tiny ass raptor running beside her or next to her and all that stuff. So I was like, oh, Blue got Blue some on me, and I think that would be a much even more good I guess entertainment value just because of the fact that Blue knows what's his name's character pretty well, and she's very receptive to him, but not really at a certain time, right? On the second on the second movie, she wasn't really as nice,
right?
But I think with this one, I think she's gonna teach the kid how to follow his direction. I don't know. When I saw the movie or when I saw the trailer, I was just like, okay, so I guess they're still making this fucking movie. Okay, that's what I was like. All right.
Well, yeah. It's bajillions of dollars in.
I know, and you know what, and you know what my wife said when she saw because she saw the trailer with me. When we saw what's her name, she was like, oh, thank God she's not running around in fucking stilettos anymore.
Oh no, that was a huge thing. Remember in the first movie, so they made sure that to do that in the second movie. So,
like on the third, we didn't see the second movie because I was just like, after the first movie, I was like,
Claire Deering, that's her name. That's her character's name.
But yeah, I mean the trailer looks interesting, but like I'm gonna have to watch the second movie first before I guess watch this one. So
I like the second movie. But it definitely had a change of pace towards the end. But I thought it was interesting, especially what they introduced there. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So, Pinhead, any other thoughts on Jurassic World Dominion?
Cheap promotion. If you want to find my thoughts on Jurassic World Dominion, I do a audio reaction on my Pinhead 198 podcast.
Ooh. Cool.
And you can hear my thoughts there. You can hear it there.
I can hear it now. Jesus Christ, another Jurassic Park movie.
Maybe. Maybe I trash Bryce Dallas Howard. Maybe I lick her lollipop. Who knows?
Yeah. And then Pinhead sees Vice Admiral Moldo like, oh, that bitch is still alive. Fuck.
I never.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Holdo my beer.
Hey, yeah, no, hey, but you know what? What's his
I
name?
like Holdo.
Look good though.
Jokes on you.
What's his name? Alan Grant. What's the name of the actor?
Neill.
Yeah, Sam Neill. He looked great. He looked great in the trailer.
He does.
I was like, I was like, man, I thought he looked like Anthony Hopkins now because he's that old or something. But like, I'm like, all right.
He doesn't look that old.
What? Anthony Hopkins is like 98 or something, isn't he? Oh, whatever.
Let's give it a quick Google. Now I'm curious.
So am I, because he's not 98.
I mean, he looks like he's 98. He looks like fucking Palpatine.
There's no way he was close to Betty White. There's no way.
Anthony Hopkins, born December 31st, 1937, 84 years old.
There you go, not 98.
Close enough.
Yeah. Alrighty. So from Jurassic World, we go back to Middle fucking Earth. Because I want to see some elven titties.
Just for Jester.
So Vanity Fair released a first look on hashtag Lotrop or LOTR, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. So the hashtag abbreviation is hashtag LOTRROP. So prepare to meet a wholly new fellowship. The Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power elaborates on the beloved canon of J.R.R. Tolkien, juggling 22 stars and multiple storylines during the second age of Middle Earth. Set to premiere in September, the series is anchored by the incident that gave the original trilogy its name. It's the forging of rings, quote. Showrunner Patrick McKay tells Vanity Fair, rings for the elves, rings for dwarves, rings for men, and then the one ring Sauron used to deceive them all. It's a story of the creation of all those powers, where they came from, and what they did to each of those races. Get an exclusive look at the highly anticipated series. So yeah, it's all over Instagram. You can look at Vanity Fair, or you can look at LOTR on Prime, Lord of the Rings on Prime Instagram, and they have it there. We have our first look at a younger Galadriel who is in armor, and she's got a sword. Mm-hmm. And then we've got looks at new characters, elves, dwarves, humans, you name it. They're all there. And a very diverse looking cast, which is great.
Yep.
Which I can't wait for all the motherfucking races to be like, there were no black elves.
No, Mike, they started already. Mike, they started.
Did they?
They started.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What did they
say? They were complaining about the black elf or the black dwarf.
Oh my god!
They're like dwarves are underground. How the hell can she be black? And I was like, what the fuck kind of question is that?
Yeah.
That's not even, and then like their reasoning is because like they don't get the sun, so their skin has to be like pale ass, whatever.
Oh, fucking assholes.
I know. I was just like, oh geez, here we go. So again, to the purists of the Lord of the Ring fans, and I'm not talking about our beloved sequestered Jester, because he's kind of sort of a purist, but not really. But he understands that, like, in the scheme of things, the story is a lot better than what the characters look like eventually. So
yeah.
So yeah, in regards to people complaining, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, pretty much. So they also have a few more sneak peeks of behind the scenes of what they're filming. So really fascinating. And yeah, supposedly this is the most expensive series that they are creating on Amazon, because of course they've got all the billions of dollars. So I'm really curious to see it and to see some elven titties.
That's what I'm seeing.
All right, moving on. We've got we're continuing a thread here from a few episodes ago. Zendaya has responded to Dare. So from a few episodes ago, Dare was claiming that Euphoria is glamorizing teenage drug abuse. So Zendaya has responded to that. So I thought it was interesting. This is from today.com. Zendaya responds to Dare's claim that Euphoria glamorizes drug use. The show's goal is to, quote, help people feel a little bit less alone in their experience and their pain, end quote, Zendaya said. So let's see. Just after season 2 premiered, Dare condemned the show's portrayal of substance abuse and called out those who deemed the show, quote, groundbreaking. The substance abuse education program told NBC News in a statement that Euphoria chooses to misguidedly glorify and erroneously depict high school student drug use, addiction, anonymous sex, violence, and other destructive behaviors as common and widespread in today's world. But according to the show's headliner, this week's episode alone shows the series is much more than that. So this is a quote from Zendaya. Our show is in no way a moral tale to teach people how to live their life or what they should be doing, Zendaya told Entertainment Weekly. If anything, the feeling behind Euphoria, or whatever we have always been trying to do with it, is to hopefully help people feel a little bit less alone in their experience and their pain, and maybe like they're not the only one going through or dealing with what they're dealing with, end quote. This week's episode showed an intimate look at the pain caused by main character's ruse, drugs, addiction on her family, her friends, and herself. So, yeah. And there's much more here, but I don't want to get into I don't think it's spoiler. Yeah, I don't want to get into spoiler territory because I have not even started season 2 yet. So, but yeah. So she responded, which is good because it's good to see that, you know, someone from the show themselves, and what better way than to have Zendaya herself respond to that. So, alrighty. But yeah, I finished season 1, as I mentioned. I have not started season 2 yet. I'd like to wait a little bit more until a few more episodes drop because I want to binge season 2 like I binged season 1. Any thoughts on this, or are we good to move on?
Fuck Dare. So
yeah,
there you go. That's my thoughts.
Alrighty. All right, so moving on to the Batman. Advanced tickets are now on sale. They have been on sale since Wednesday, February 10th. So for a lot of shows, for the Batman, which is now going to be released, on March 4th, but there are screenings on March 3rd. And I think there are screenings also. They opened up some early fan screenings on March 1st in IMAX theaters, select IMAX theaters, and I think March 2nd as well. Mm-hmm. Cinemark is doing also, I think, their XD fan screening. But the Batman tickets are now on sale. So if you haven't gotten them yet, I would suggest, if you want to see it opening weekend, better get to that, because before you know it, they will probably sell out. Who knows? We will see. They are tracking this to make big bucks, which is no surprise. So we will see how it does when that hits. And then this is from Variety.com, still relating to the Batman. From Variety.com, Robert Pattinson said, the Batman opening shot is, quote, so jarring and feels unlike any other Batman movie. So Batman eating out Catwoman confirmed. So, but yeah, Robert Pattinson guarantees comic book movie fans will know Matt Reeves' The Batman is unlike any other Batman movie ever made as soon as they see the opening shot. Reeves' nearly 3-hour Caped Crusader epic is inspired by new Hollywood classics from the 1970s, including Taxi Driver, The Conversation, and Chinatown. Pattinson told GQ magazine that viewers will feel these inspirations from the movie's first frame. Quote, I watched a rough cut of the movie by myself, and the first shot is so jarring from any other Batman movie that it's just kind of a totally different pace. It was what Matt was saying from the first meeting I had with him. I want to do a 70s noir detective story like The Conversation, and I kind of assumed that meant the mood board or something, the look of it. But from the first shot, it's, oh, this actually is a detective story, which is really cool because we've never really gotten a Batman detective story, and now we're getting one. So Pattinson continued, quote, I feel like an idiot because I didn't even know that Batman was the world's greatest detective. I hadn't heard that in my life before, but it really plays just cause there's a lot of stuff where he's in amongst the cops. Normally when you see Batman, he arrives and beats people up, but he's having conversations and there are emotional scenes between them, which I don't think have been in any of the other movies. So shooting the Batman resulted in Pattinson breaking his wrist and getting COVID. The actor told GQ that by the end of the shoot last year, he was really, really, really dead. I just looked at a photo of myself from April and I looked green. So, and then I also watched an interview of him recently on YouTube. I still have to finish it. I'll have to share it on the group chat. It's a great interview because he was mentioning there that he really has an appreciation for all the Batman movies, all the interpretations, whether it's the George Clooney version or Val Kilmer or Michael Keaton or even Adam West. Like, he knows and appreciates all the Batmans that have come before him. And he even mentioned that when he did the screen test, the only bat cowl that actually fit his head, or that was large enough to fit over his head, was George Clooney's bat cowl. Because all the other bat cowls for the other Batman were, I guess, too small for his head. So when he was doing his screen test. And then there's also an interview, a panel interview with him, with Zoe Kravitz, Colin Farrell, Paul Dano, and oh my goodness, what's his name? Commissioner Gordon. I'm blanking on his name. Jeffrey Wright. There we go. Jeffrey Wright. So that was pretty cool as well to see them all together. But yeah, I'll have to share that in the group chat. So we're getting closer to the Batman, and I'm really excited. I cannot wait for this movie. So, alrighty, moving on to Zack Snyder.
Wait, Mike, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. In regards to Batman, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
I want my tickets. Let's go.
Speaking of which,
Fuck
so
that guy.
this fucking guy really got on my nerves. I had to call him out on Twitter. But of course, he didn't respond because who am I, right? I'm nobody compared to his following. But whatever. So Matt Ramos, also known as Soups of TikTok fame, and yelling at every fucking trailer reaction. He'll yell the hardest at MCU trailers. And lately he's not yelling as much anymore. He's like, oh, he's just getting really excited. He'd be like, oh, but he's not yelling anymore as much. He tweeted this was like 5 days ago now, something like that. I just passed a massive billboard in LA that says #restore the Snyderverse, which would have been cool. However, the emoji that he posted after the hashtag, the emoji that he chose to use was a laughing out loud emoji of the emoji in tears. So, and from laughing, which obviously means he's basically making fun. I applaud him for using the hashtag, but what really got on my fucking nerves is that he was making fun of the Snyderverse and the Snyderverse fans. And what bugs me is that he claims to be not just a Marvel fan, but a DC fan as well. However, it's very clear, it's been very clear to me that in a lot of his reactions and a lot of what he puts out there is he's obviously a Marvel hardcore fan, which is fine. I've got no problem with that. You go. You choose what you like. That's totally fine. My problem is he creates content and he's talking about DC and their upcoming movies, and yet he'll make fun of DC. Whether it's and mostly it's Snyderverse, but either fucking way, I don't fucking care. He'll make content about the Snyderverse. And he made a trailer reaction about the Snyder Cut. And he's all fucking yelling, let's go! And then he's profiting off of it from the views and the money from TikTok. And he's getting in all these premieres. And yet he'll make fun of the Snyderverse and the movement. So I basically I replied to his tweet and I said, so we won't be seeing any future DC Snyderverse content from you, right? Nothing related to The Flash or Aquaman or Wonder Woman 3 or any other Snyder established related characters, but restoring Charlie Cox as Daredevil and Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin in the MCU is cool. And I added the hashtag restore the Snyderverse. And a few people liked it. And then I didn't get any reply from him. I took a screenshot. I shared it with Restore This with a Snyderverse Facebook group. Some people liked it. Some people commented and said one person even said, "If it's not Snyder, I'm not watching it." And I'm like, okay, but that wasn't my point. That wasn't my point for this tweet, right? But whatever, you do you. There are, and believe it or not, there are people who are boycotting the Batman, who are DC fans, but boycotting the Batman and any other, the upcoming movies that's not Snyder because of what they did to Snyder. Whatever. So that's them. Okay. And then someone commented and said, I was arguing with a child. And I'm like, this is not a child. This is a grown man in his early 20s, at least. Or maybe his late teens, early 20s. He's not a child. And I wasn't even arguing. I just replied. I was respectful. I didn't curse him out. I didn't do anything. Like, how is that arguing? Like, whatever. So.
You pathetic peasant.
Yeah, and then of course yesterday, DC Comics or Warner Brothers dropped a brand new like 1 minute sizzle reel on their upcoming movies for 2022, which are debuting, of course, exclusively the theaters. So we have the Batman, we have the Flash. We got some new shots of the Flash, Black Adam, which looks fucking great, and I'm excited for it because we got some new shots of Black Adam. We got some new shots of Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. And we got a shot of Hawkman in his armor, and the Atom Smasher and Cyclone, which they all look great. And then we also got a few shots of Aquaman too. And so, sure enough, I look at Soup's TikTok, and there he is making content based off of that 1 minute DC sizzle reel, as if he didn't make fun of Snyderverse fans or the Snyderverse cult. But he's just going back to business as usual, And of course, all those fans are. You try to say something against the man or try to give a different opinion. Oh, and his fans are like, "Well, that's a fucking cult." So, but anyway, moving on.
The guy's a fuckboy, Mike.
Oh yeah.
All he wants is like some clout so that he can get free tickets so he can watch the fucking movies.
He's chasing clout. He's chasing clout. And then in his pinned tweet on his Twitter profile, which was written back in 2020. Let's read this for context. So, his Twitter is The Real Soups because his pinned tweet. So it was written December 10th, 2020. So much is coming from both Marvel and DC. I promise to work as hard as I can to get to those premieres, to interview those actors, and to continue to do special things for fans around the world. My passion burns brighter today than ever before. Now it's time to feed the flame. Fire emoji. And when you tap on the tweet and look at the thread, all the premieres that he's been to is
Marvel.
Is Black Widow, Shang-Chi,
Yep.
Halloween Kills, The Harder They Fall, Eternals. He has an interview with
I already hate him.
Yeah, he got an interview with Kit Harington for Eternals, Hawkeye, No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home, and of course he had his special Spider-Man No Way Home screening. And yeah, doesn't look like there was any DC there. Yeah. I don't know if they did I don't think they did a premiere for Suicide Squad. Maybe they did, but I don't remember seeing any fans at least make it. But I know they were doing Zoom interviews. But yeah, nothing DC there. So, and a lot of people tweeting #restore the Snyderverse in the thread.
Mike, I don't know why I'm blocked from this motherfucking guy. Maybe I commented on his shit before, but I'm blocked. I was gonna comment. I was gonna comment on something, like backing you up and shit like that, right? And then like when I whatever, like your tweet was not sent because you are blocked by this user. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, the fuck did I say? I'm like, the fuck did I say? And I was like, trying to think, maybe it's like one of those things that he was saying, like when one of the movies that he absolutely loves is like something that I didn't like, and then I just fucking trashed him or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. So
yeah. So, but yeah. Moving on, since this is related. Just before we started recording tonight, I'm on Instagram, and of course, what pops up in my feed? If you haven't been following this guy, maybe you don't like him, but I think it's worth the follow for the screenshots and the fucking off his rocker shit that he's posting there. Kanye West, or AKA Ye, posted on his Instagram a Photoshop poster of Captain America Civil War, but without the characters that we know from Team Cap or Team Iron Man. So in Cap's place, it's Kanye West's face. And then right next to him, his Falcon is Drake. And then, of course, it's Julia Fox. And then Travis Scott. And I don't know who the last guy is at the end of it. And then on the opposing team, Team Iron Man, it's Pete Davidson. And then Kim Kardashian is next to him. And then I don't know who the guy is next to Kim. And then we got our favorite, Billie Eilish, and Taylor Swift right at the end. So
Jesus Christ.
And his caption is oh man. The internet has still not found a decent picture of Skeet, who I'm not familiar with. Who's Skeet? It must be one of these guys that I'm not identifying. Maybe. But anyway, for context, a few days ago, Billie Eilish had a concert in it must have been California or something. So anyway, she had a concert. A fan was getting into some trouble. A fan was having a hard time breathing or something. Billie Eilish stopped the show. She stopped it. She handed an inhaler to the fan and made sure the fan was okay. And she said something like, I just want to make sure everyone's okay. Everyone is safe. She didn't diss anyone. She didn't call out anyone specifically. She continued on with her show. But apparently, Kanye West took offense to that, or Ye took offense to that, and started going on this Instagram tirade of, Billie Eilish, you need to apologize to Travis Scott and to the families of those who lost loved ones, blah, blah, blah. It's not right. It looks like he deleted it. It looks like he deleted that Instagram post. Yeah, it looks like he deleted it.
Yeah, he probably got some heat from people. So
right. And then before the Civil War post, which has now been posted 2 hours ago as of this recording, 5 hours ago, he posted some artwork and then a group picture of him with some friends, with one of the friends X'd out with red marks on it. And the caption is, I just wanted my friend to have my back. The knife just goes in deeper. So, I can't seem to make out who the guy is. But anyway, yeah. So, and what leads me to this is continuing it on. He basically has told Coachella, or he's basically said that he's not going to perform at Coachella as a headliner unless Billie Eilish apologizes for what she apparently said, which she didn't say anything against Travis Scott and the families. So he's not going to perform at Coachella this year if she doesn't apologize.
yeah.
So, and I was telling this to Pinhead a few nights ago, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, bro, like, are we that bored? Are we that bored? Like, so yeah, that's the latest thing with the Civil War poster. Was too fucking hilarious. And of course, Taylor Swift, who's like, what year was that incident where he called her out? Like, yo, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah. That was like years ago. That was like MTV. Was it Music Awards? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was off of drinking like a whole fucking bottle of Courvoisier, if I'm not mistaken. So he was like flat out drunk at that time.
Right.
I if I'm not mistaken, that was like a month or two after his mom passed away.
Okay.
So this was the beginning of him like fucking losing his rockers.
Yeah,
The man is a talented artist, right? He's great. Like
yeah,
the first 3 albums is like certified classics. But and this is just my personal opinion. Like ever since his mom fucking died, he's never the same. He was never the same. And I feel bad for the guy because like he's doing clown things. Like he's clowning on himself. He's doing all these things. He's like talking to speaking on the fact that like a few years back when he did the news clipping saying that slavery was a choice.
Right.
I was like, okay, yeah, and like I was just like, I don't know what the hell's going on with this guy. I'm just gonna have let's just pray for this guy because he's clearly off of his rocker. What he wanted to defend the honor of his friend Travis Scott, which is whatever. But again, he's like he's just I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's so sensitive right now. Like he thinks that everything is against him, and this divorce with Kim Kardashian is fucking. It's just messing with him even more. So
Right. And then everyone, when he bought the house next to Kim Kardashian's house, I think in California, everyone immediately thought like weird, like why would you buy a house right next to your ex? But from what he's trying to do, and he posted something about this, and it's gone now. But the reason why he got a house right next to her is so that he could be closer to his kids. And we were discussing this before we started recording, Kuya. You said that she has custody.
Yeah, I mean, as far
so they both have joint custody of the kids.
So it is a joint custody.
Joint custody, because not too long ago he wanted to visit one of his kids. It was a birthday party, and they were not giving him the address of the birthday party. So I don't care, like, you're divorced or whatever, but if you have joint custody, it's your kid's birthday, you can show up to the birthday party. Like,
and again, I'm not sure. I don't know what the mindset is of the Kardashians because they're also fucked up.
Right.
So like if they don't invite them, there must have been like some weird reason or whatever not to invite them instead of just like being petty and as like normal celebrities tend to do. Maybe he's afraid. Maybe they're afraid like he's gonna ruin the birthday, or you know what I'm talking about. Like he's gonna make a scene.
Right, he's gonna make a scene or something. Shit. Right.
Yeah. So
he made a scene before he got there.
Yeah. So for me, I'm like, what? This is a personal disagreement that's gone out into the public. Whatever their issues are, they need to settle it themselves, and not fucking post it all over Variety, or not post it all over things. Don't use your friends, because apparently they're using their friends to fucking like battle against one another, which is kind of stupid. So
right.
And I'm at this point already that like I'm with Pinhead in regard to saying fuck all these celebrities, man. Because like it's they're just being stupid right now, and I'm like when I saw the poster, I thought it was kind of funny at the beginning, but I was like, man, like these guys are fucking clowns, man. So I'm like they're just doing clown things right now, and like I don't. They all need Jesus. That's what I can. That's what I can think of. So.
Well,
like Pinhead, like fuck them all, right?
Hey, all I can tell you is follow Static X's third album on Shadow Zone, Kill Your Idols. That's all I can tell you. That was Wayne Static's last good album before he killed himself, and there's a reason for that. So,
yeah.
All right. So moving on to my boy Zack Snyder. He announced on his Vero that he's honored to welcome this incredible cast to Rebel Moon, which is his sci-fi Netflix original film. Charlie Hunnam, Jamon Hansu, Duna Bay, and Ray Fisher joined previously announced Sophia Boutella, Jenna Malone, Stas Nair, E. Duffy, Charlotte Maggie, and Sky Yang. So they round out the cast. More to come. Let's go. # Rebel Moon at Netflix. So, they're gearing up for production. I think they're starting in the spring, which is fairly coming up soon. So that's cool. We're probably going to see it next year, hopefully. This I thought was interesting. Warner Brothers has a lawsuit revealing the Edge of Tomorrow TV series in the works. So a sequel to Doug Liman's film has been on the table for years. So this is from Comic Book's Instagram. Further details have now emerged from the Warner Brothers lawsuit that an Edge of Tomorrow TV series is in development. For years now, we've heard from filmmaker Doug Liman and stars Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt about how they all wanted to see more films in the potential sci-fi franchise. So, because they are also going through, there is, I don't know if you heard about that, Pinhead, the lawsuit regarding The Matrix and how it was released on HBO Max the same day as the movie, as the same day and date with the movie theaters. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Okay. So I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Basically, they're trying to sue because the movie bombed at the box office because they didn't get the residuals from the fucking. We're getting back into Scarlett Johansson shit again.
Right.
So, and good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Right. Well, I mean,
because
unlike,
once again, they didn't sign on the dotted line either. So if you really look into it, they didn't sign on the dotted line either. So good luck with that.
Right, but I mean, comparing Black Widow and The Matrix Resurrections.
I'm just telling you, they're in the same legality. They're in the same legal guidelines.
Yeah. So what I'm comparing is
I'm not comparing the movies. Trust me.
Oh yeah. But what I'm saying is, Black Widow at least connected with the MCU fans, while The Matrix Resurrections, on the other hand.
And that's why I just said I'm not comparing the two.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the legal matters.
I think had The Matrix Resurrections connected with at least the fans, then holy shit, you might have at least had a better box office performance. Because word of mouth would have traveled and be like, it's the fucking Matrix. Like, you
maybe. I doubt it because their main stupidity was trying to go up against Spider-Man.
Yeah, that too. You could have waited right now, February, before the Batman. I mean, what's out now?
I even told you before it happened. I said you could have pushed it to January where Scream went, and look what happened to Scream.
Yeah. Scream toppled Spider-Man No Way Home, right?
Yep. First weekend, they won their $50 million, and then Spider-Man came back. But that's my point. Maybe you should just waited 1 month. 1 month. 1 fucking full month, and maybe you would have got that over Scream. But, they're smarter than we are.
Which studio produced Scream?
I think it is. It's Blumhouse.
Okay.
Let's make sure.
So when they saw it,
look it up because
when they saw it take down Spider-Man, they were like, they got a big ass boner.
I'm pretty sure Blum took over.
Okay. I'm looking at the domestic box office because I am curious. So this is February 13th, but we don't have this weekend, of course. So from the previous weekend, of course, so from last weekend, number 1 was Jackass Forever. Number 2, who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? That's the fourth movie, right?
I would have thought. No, I would have thought.
The fourth movie?
This is the fourth one, yeah.
Okay. So 23 million. Moonfall was under 10, 9.8 million. Spider-Man No Way Home is at 9.5 million. Geez, Spider-Man No Way Home is now at 748 million.
Without China?
Good question. I'm not sure. Let's see. I think this may include China already. Scream is at 68 million. Oh, Scream is Paramount Pictures.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it'll be on Paramount Plus.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Actually, yeah, it will be in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Actually, no, I take that back. So 4 weeks because I'm gauging off a quiet place part 2.
Okay. So The Matrix Resurrections is currently at 37 million. Holy shit.
That's too much. That's too much.
37 million.
That's too much. That's way too much. That's way too much. That's
man.
enough for a sequel. That's enough for a sequel for Warner Brothers.
Well, at least I hope they make it fucking good. Like, holy shit. I was
Are
hyped for
you
that movie.
fucking kidding me? Mike, stop. You, me, and Kuya right now in the next 30 minutes could come up with a better script than anything they will come up with in the next. Stop. Just stop.
When they mentioned
Stop defending these fucking assholes. Like, stop it.
When they mentioned Warner Brothers, I was like, am I in the Matrix here? Oh man, I was just
you of all people should not be defending Warner Brothers considering the Zack Snyder incident. So stop.
I'm not defending them. I just want to make.
This is Warner Brothers. Like,
I just want to see a good Matrix movie.
And you never will.
Good sequel. Holy shit! Aside from the trilogy that we got, I mean,
the only way you will see that is is if both Wachowski siblings come together, and
so
it's
do
not gonna happen.
Back up the money truck.
She's not gonna do it.
Damn.
Lily does not want to have anything to do with this shit anymore. She's tired of it.
Because
she's had enough.
Because
she said it herself. She's had enough.
Yeah, the story has been told already, and for people to want to revisit that shit is ridiculous. That's what she said.
Exactly. Enough is enough.
So
just like Halloween, enough is enough.
The movie that that was made is kind of like a big fuck you to the people that want more of the Matrix, because it's done. It's over and done with. So
yeah.
And to be honest with you, I admire the director for doing that shit. In that sense, like she literally ruined not really ruined her career, but like she just doesn't want to do that shit anymore. So she submitted this this ridiculous fucking Matrix hack. And he's like, okay, if the studio wants another fucking Matrix movie, I'm gonna make this one, but it's basically a big fuck you to them because like it's stupid.
And that's why I'm saying like she's brilliant, because this is the quintessential real life anomaly in the Matrix. Because a part of me wants to buy this fucking movie just because she did this shit, but if I buy the movie, it's supporting the Matrix. So it's insanity at its best. Congratulations, Lily.
It's a master. It's seriously a master stroke for fans and everything. Because if you support the Wachowskis, you wouldn't want to watch this movie. You don't want to support it at all because of the fact that this is what's happening to them. But if you buy the product, if you buy the DVD or whatever, that means you're part of the fucking Matrix.
Yep.
You're a fucking.
You're the blue pill. You're the blue pill.
You're a fucking battery in the scheme of things, and you're just part of you're part of the system, and that's what's fucked up. So that's
the brilliance inside of and I will give it that. That's the brilliance. That is the brilliance inside this dumpster fire.
Yep. Like I had to watch it a couple of times to understand what the fuck she was trying to do it, but like it was in there. Like they were saying, like the conversation with the agent, the Agent Smith character was like, oh yeah, Warner Brothers wants another game wants another Matrix game. So, we have to make that game. Although,
So
we
I'll
can't.
say this. I'll say this, and this is for Kuya. I'm sure Kuya will get this reference. And for all of you out there who are still listening to us, this is the Highlander 2 of Matrix films.
Okay.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, fuck yeah. Okay.
Do your
okay.
research if you want to know what that means. Do your research, like seriously. This is the Highlander 2 of Matrix films, so do your research.
I need to watch Highlander 1.
No, Highlander 2.
The Highlander 1 was absolutely magnificent.
Exactly. And that's
I need to watch that first, then I'll watch Highlander 2, and then I'll get the reference.
Yeah, I think it'd be like, oh god.
Pinhead was right. For one.
I love Jessica Henwick though as Bugs.
So do I, but it
even the name is so on the nose, like Bugs Bunny.
Yep, it was funny. Again, this is probably the most fucking meta fucking movie I've seen in like years. It was so fun for me. It was hilarious. I was just enjoying myself. How Trinity's character reacted to, like, you named me fucking Trish, you son of a bitch, right? Like I was laughing myself. I was like, so.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's all I have. I do want to mention I started a new show this week. I've been binging Ozark. I finished
Ozark.
season 1. I'm into season 2. I am fucking loving this show. I love Jason Bateman and the entire cast again, and the story, the characters, the writing. It's fan-fucking-tastic. Like, I'm so impressed with it. And I'm just like, holy shit. And it makes me think twice about small towns and small cities. Like, you just never know what could be happening in small town America. You could be having some money laundering going on. Like, holy shit. So Laura Linney is, of course, playing his wife, Wendy Bird, to Jason Bateman's Marty Bird. But I'm really impressed with the rest of the cast. Julia Garner, who plays Ruth. It's fantastic. Jason Butler Harner, who plays Roy Petty, the FBI agent. And then, of course, we've got Jordana Spiro, plays Rachel.
Dawes.
Peter Mullen as Jacob Snell, and his wife, that fucking bitch. I'm not seeing her name here.
Damn.
Wow. Lisa. Well, she is a bitch. Lisa Emery as Darlene Snell. She's a fucking bitch in the show. Like, holy shit.
I guess we know who filmmaker Mike does not like as a character in that show.
Exactly. Damn.
Well,
I was like,
spoilers.
Tell us how you really feel, Mike. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. Well, in the show, I mean, holy shit, dude. Have you seen the show, Kuya?
Nope.
Okay. You gotta check it out. Oh shit, dude. Holy shit.
I have so many things to binge, guys. Like I just have to pick and choose.
So
stuff.
I'll make a deal with you on air, Kuya, right here. If you watch Ozark, I'll watch anything you ask me to watch. Anything of your choosing. It's that good. It's that good. And you have to watch every season up to this point, and I'll do the same. It's that good. It's that good.
I'll
but
think
don't
about
be a
it.
bitch and give me some garbage. Give me something equally as good.
I will think about it because I don't have any sort of.
That's the challenge from me to you on the podcast.
I know, but again, Pinhead, I don't have anything bingeable that's worthy of your eyes at the moment.
Just say challenge accepted.
I'll figure something out. But again, it is on my list. It is on my list on Netflix. So I haven't seen it yet, but it is on the list.
I want to mention.
In other words, I'm scared.
Huh?
I want to mention also Harris Yulin, who plays Buddy Deeker. Fantastic. I'm loving Ozark. So I kind of took a break from Euphoria and now binging Ozark, and then eventually I'll get back to Euphoria. Before I forget, we almost forgot to talk about episode 7 of our favorite Peacemaker series.
I don't want to fucking talk about it.
We're good.
We didn't forget about it because I didn't mention anything. So
So
We're good.
episode 7, Stop Dragging My Heart Around.
Jesus
Harcourt,
Christ.
Myrn, and Adebayo find themselves surrounded by an alien force, while Peacemaker squares off against his father with help from Vigilante and Economos. So, what a fight it was. At least very emotional. Was really surprised, but then not surprised because spoilers. Peacemaker shoots his dad in the fucking head.
Yeah, the KKK Iron Man.
Yeah. And I was surprised, like, he's flying. I'm like, what the fuck? How does he fly in that suit? Like, holy shit. He's got, and for some guy just living in, like, he's got a lot of tech. Like, holy shit. But yeah, I like the episode. We've got one more until the finale. Yeah.
Thank God. So
Yeah, until season 2. Or whoever the other Suicide character show could be. I mean, I want to see fucking Idris Elba. Idris Elba. Like, come on. How do you not win with that?
I want Idris Elba to be Bond or to be the Booking.com guy. That's it.
Well, he's getting the .com guy because he ain't being Bond. I'm trust.
Yeah.
Trust.
And and to be honest with you, he is the Booking.com guy now because he's going to be in that commercial tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm done with Peacemaker, man. I don't even want to fucking watch that shit. I didn't see the episode, so I don't give two shits about it.
So I would have expected this. I would have expected this from you, from Superman and Lois, but holy shit, Peacemaker, huh?
No, it's boring for me, man. Like all of these little stupid ass jokes that they're trying to do is fucking stupid. Like, I'll tell you, like, at the end of the, after we're done talking about this piece of shit, I'm going to tell you about something that I saw over the week because I went to Colorado to help out, to visit my my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law and all that stuff. And they ended up showing me a show that they've been watching, and it's amazing.
Which is
Ted Lasso. I never thought that I would appreciate the fucking show. Right? This is an American made show. This is an American made show, but I was cracking up because of the fact that it had British humor, and I was.
You better not say that to Mikuya because I actually have. Stop it. Stop it. There's no way it has British humor with that idiot.
Well, it's set in Britain.
No, it was a fish out of water thing,
yeah.
And it was, for me, it was funny because of the fact that, like, all the things, all the things that the British people were trying to do to him, Ted Lasso was just like, oh, okey dokey.
You wanker.
Yeah, you fucking wanker.
Fucking wanker.
And it's like, oh, I don't know what that means, but all right, thank you. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Right? Yeah. He was like the ultimate Forrest Gump because he had no idea what's going on in the world, and his world itself is fucking being destroyed because he got divorced. So his life is in shambles, and he's trying to make this team successful and everything. So, like, just like how they, I kind of understood why a lot of people love this show and why people are appreciating the show, and I do appreciate it. Because of the fact, like, I was laughing for the first time in a good while. Because I was just like, wow, this, like, I was, the humor for me, I was like, and the captain Roy was like, just like yelling at people for no fucking reason because he's the captain. Like, shut the fuck up, all that. And I was like, oh, yeah. So for me, Ted Lasso is more entertaining than fucking Peacemaker in a sense. So whatever that take is. So it's whatever. I never thought I would like that show. I told you guys, like when we were talking about Ted Lasso before, I was like, I don't know, I've never seen it. I don't have Apple TV. Probably won't see it anymore. But like like my family in Colorado had Apple TV, so we saw Ted Lasso, and I was like, yeah, I'll watch a couple of episodes, whatever. We're watching it all together. I couldn't stop laughing. I was just like entertained, and that's basically it.
Yeah, when
And
Mike told me about it, I was like, I don't know if I'll enjoy this. And he swears, and now you are swearing by it, like I'll
no,
enjoy it.
like you don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch it for me, for my sake.
No, that's
my
not what I'm talking about.
yeah. I thought it was entertaining for me, and I really, I hope I can get a chance to watch the the other. I think there's a second. Was there a second season, Mike?
Yeah,
Or
there's a second season.
are they making it, or is it done?
It's done. Oh, I think it's
okay.
yeah, it's been out. They even have a Christmas special. I need to get started to season 2 because I stopped after.
Like I said,
I'm almost
Julia,
to
if you
season
give me a special kiss, I'll let you bite my apple. Because that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, when I see you in person, you're gonna get a hug, a kiss, a grab on the nuts, and a fucking reach around. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even have to fucking ask for it. It's already, it's gonna be given to you. So I don't understand why you have to ask me to ask you. It's given.
I want that special treatment.
Oh yeah, and,
special
that's the special treatment. Like I do with Mike all the time. Jeez.
That's what I want. Okay, then
Yeah.
you got the bite of the apple.
Okay. No, but like for me, like if you haven't seen it, Pinhead, like consider it. If you don't like it, then you can stop. That's fine.
I'm too busy watching Foundation. I don't know if I want to watch that.
I know you said you didn't like it, right? Foundation. Or
No, but that's because I bought the book. So
yeah, because Asimov is like
So I'm waiting. I can't make a clear decision on whether I like. I'm reading the book because I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'm reading the book and then I'll go back and rewatch the show. So
yeah, because the thing with Asimov is like he's like fucking thousands of years ahead of everybody in regards to like building his world.
That's why I want to get I Am Robot. I really want I Am Robot. I should have grabbed it because it was there at Barnes and Nobles. I should have grabbed it.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. Again, like that's one of the things that when you guys were talking about binge, something that we've been binging. That's the most binge I watched. I saw like 9 episodes of Ted Lasso over the past couple of days.
Wow.
And
wow.
I was entertained. Like seriously, I was cracking up. I love all the
very
characters.
Funny. It's really very funny. And
like the Mexican soccer guy. Come on, football is life.
That's hilarious to me.
Football
You've seen more episodes. You've seen more episodes of Ted Lasso than I have Apple, and you don't.
that speaks volumes.
Yeah,
it really does.
Again, I was just
really
like, if something entertains me, I'm hooked.
Steve Jobs lives.
My wife says I'm very obsessive when it comes to things like that. So if I'm hooked on something, and if I'm entertained by something, it's gonna be that for like a good while. So, and then the last thing I want to talk about is Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith complaining that Far From Home wasn't nominated as Best Picture.
Oh, he complained on the latest episode.
Yeah. No, I'm out.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Oscars.
Because I know where this is going, so I'm out. I'm not gonna.
Kevin Smith wants a populist choice in regards to like the Best Picture, right? And to be honest with you, yeah, like Spider-Man: Far From Home is like the most popular movie in the past year. I can understand that.
Right.
But if you're gonna compare it to like like Dune, If you're gonna compare it to like Belfast, if you're gonna compare it to like the other fucking things that got nominated,
Right.
it's shit. So I'm being honest with this. As much as I love superhero movies, there's only a couple of superhero movies that I can say that is worthy of Best Picture. Like one of them is The Dark Knight. That was one. And two, to be honest with you, I think what's that movie? Winter Soldier. It can be considered as Best Picture. You know, but that's just me. Those are my opinions, right? But for for people to use their social media to say, oh, we need a populist vote for, or we need a populist candidate for an Oscars like that nobody gives a shit about because they don't give a shit about superhero movies, and you shouldn't care. And like Kevin Smith like never cared about the Oscars, so he needs to stop that shit. You know what I mean? We know that he sucks the dick of Marvel. Everybody knows that, and he gets a reach around from DC every now and then. But but it just needs to stop. So I mean, Kevin, I love you. You're my bro. You're one of my, you're one of my favorite guys in Hollywood. But he's wrong in this one. So
Okay, so he tweeted 6 hours ago, this apology video is for all the people who are mad at me and roasting my fat ass because I said I believed at Spider-Man
Stop
movie.
saying that.
Spider-Man movie could have been one of 10 nominees for Best Picture. Dear Variety, The Wrap, and People, please tweet this out to all the same people you reached yesterday. Oh shit!
And see, you're not a fat ass anymore.
yep,
You're a vegan. You.
he's the elitist that he hates.
Oh my
He's the
god!
fucking
I'm
elitist
tired
that
of
he
this.
hates.
I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of this. You're not one of us anymore. You're not. You're not. I'm sorry, Kevin. I still love you.
So
I still
Kuya,
love you. But
Kuya,
you're not one of us anymore.
Kuya, where did you just see this on Twitter, or was it on the latest Batman Beyond episode? Or
No, I read it. I read it on a news article somewhere.
okay. Oh,
That-
okay. Now I'm seeing it. Variety also
yeah.
tweeted, Kevin Smith says Spider-Man snub proves why no one watches Oscars. So of course that would get a lot of people like, what is he saying now? Like,
Yeah, no, but again, this is something like, again, I understand what he is a fan of the movies. He's a fan of cinema. I understand, but there's a
Yes.
fucking difference. There is a difference between cinema and superhero movies.
right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That, and unfortunately, the Oscars are like what they consider as best pictures is fucking cinema. So
He made fun of it, for Christ's sake, and Jay and Silent Bob. Come
Yep.
on.
Yeah.
Like, stop
Yep.
this shit.
Yeah, so he did mention. So I actually listen to Batman Beyond every week, but I haven't listened to the newest episode because I was kind of saving it. But so yeah, he expressed on Fatman Beyond that I believe. So it said a day ago he tweeted, "But good is still good." No, that's all I expressed on Fatman Beyond, that I believed the Spider-Man movie was good enough to get a Best Picture nomination out of the 10 slots available. I never even slammed the other movies to express what I assumed was not a hot take at all.
no, it wasn't. For me, it wasn't even a hot take. Like the like, for him to say that it's one of the 10 best movies in in the year. I don't
That's a
think
hot
that's
take. I thought that was.
no. I don't think it's fair because of the fact that there's a lot of MCU fanboys.
See, I'm losing my
like,
glasses
oh yeah,
over.
it's the best fucking movie I've ever seen. It's better than Shang-Chi. It's better than Black Widow. What the fuck is Belfast? What the fuck is Dune? Like, these are the things that, like, that irritates people. Like people that love cinema, people that love watching movies and everything like that. You know, nobody understood why Chloe Zhao won with Nomadland. But if you see the fucking movie, you'll understand why.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's why when I saw the Eternals, I'm like, I know where she's trying to what she's trying to do, and then the MCU fanboys fucking crucified her shit.
Because it was
Right.
garbage, but you know.
No, it's fine. But
Did you get to
again,
finish it,
she,
Pinhead?
But I'm not a Marvel fanboy, so you know.
no, but she was trying to build the world because that's basically what she was trying to do. This is the first movie out of a plethora of movies that the Eternals could have done. But now that now that people panned it, they're not going to make that shit anymore. So the MC, Kevin Feige is going to reverse this shit. This was the movie that Kevin Feige wanted. That's why the MCU was created. He wanted
and now
the
we get
Eternals.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and that's the reason why, because we're going to get Fantastic Four because of the fact that the Eternals happened.
Pinhead, did you ever finish Eternals?
No.
I stopped after the sex scene, and that was great. Because I was thinking about that lucky British bastard. I want some of that too.
Right?
What?
Oh,
see, once again, the British invade when they shouldn't.
Right? Like fucking
Stop
enough.
invading, British.
Enough.
Stop invading, British. We don't need you to get
Invading, well, technically, yeah, I guess Gemma Chan is, I think, grew up
She grew up in Hong Kong, I think.
in Hong Kong. Okay, but she hasn't.
Yeah,
She has
which is
a British accent.
it was a
out.
British territory for a while.
So that means she grew up in Hong Kong and was relocated in Britain, where they, like I said, stop.
Yeah.
Stop invading, British, once again.
Oh man.
Let us have our turn, At the very least, can some of these Yanks go over and be Bond or Doctor Who? oh, you don't want to talk about that, huh? Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, this is interesting because Kevin Smith always mentions on Fat Man Beyond when he expresses an opinion, he says like, "Oh, comicbook.com will use that as clickbait and say, "Oh, Kevin Smith said," and sure enough, this time they really did run with it. And then he went. So he was trending yesterday, and he took a screenshot. So he was trending.
Hold on.
But I understood what
side
he said.
note, Mike.
Yeah.
How was the Masters of the Universe?
I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Overall.
His series?
Yeah, his overall part 1 and part 2. How was it?
I enjoyed it a lot. I really liked it. Yeah.
I dare not ask Kuya, so we'll be here for more than 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm like, as soon as I saw Tila and her fucking roommate, I was like done. So. It was unnecessary and unwanted and unwarranted, and it's not needed. I'm sorry. The Masters of the Universe is He-Man and his compatriots versus Skeletor and whatever. No, so.
But it's the Masters of the Universe.
It's not the Tila story. I don't give a shit. If it was about the Tila story, it'll say Tila and the Masters of the Universe.
In the history of it, Tila has always been a character that's always been there. So
yeah, and she's always a side character, just like Boba Fett. So let's
which they also expanded on.
Let's just like stop this bullshit of like glorifying side characters.
Good. At least you're not watching CW's Naomi. So,
and I heard about it already, and I understand why they're trying to cancel that. So let's just like. They had the biggest opportunity of writing something amazing with Naomi. I've heard
they suck, so
I know, but
she's
again,
garbage. She's garbage.
I'm kind of after hearing the shit that's happening in Naomi, I'm kind of glad that she didn't do the new gods.
So am I.
I was looking forward to that because she was working with what's his name, an actual comic book writer. So
Okay.
The New Gods.
Yeah, New Gods.
You're talking about like fucking. Okay.
Yeah,
So cool.
and that's because that's always been the biggest problem, right? Anytime Hollywood makes a movie or a TV show based on a book or a comic book, they always don't go to actually someone who worked on the actual source material. And this
Mike,
time, she was
are you
actually
talking?
writing this. Hold on,
about,
hold on. She was actually writing the script with the actual guy. Hold on, let me get his name.
Jack Kirby,
No, not Jack Kirby.
because Jack Kirby is the writer and creator of the
Well,
New
that's the
Gods.
creator and the writer, yes. But obviously,
Okay.
he's been dead for how many years? So how the
Okay,
fuck is he
so
under the Jack?
when you're saying that it's the creator, the writer, that's
One of
the
the
first person I
writers.
assume.
One of the writers in comics.
That's why I was kind of shocked when you said she was working. What is she doing? Fucking seance?
No, no, let's not play that. You were
I was
shocked
like-
because she was actually working with an actual comic book writer.
No, I'm not shocked at all. Like, if she wants to do that, then that's cool. But again, with what she did with Naomi has some writers too. It's not an original. It's not an original story, isn't it? It's a comic book.
No, it's based on a comic book.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so what
Did she work with the writers?
So okay, so this is what I'm saying. This is based on the New Gods. This is based on the New Gods film.
Okay.
So it was first announced in 2018. DC's New Gods film was to be helmed by DuVernay from a script she co-wrote with acclaimed Eisner Award-winning comic book writer Tom King.
Okay.
Details on the New Gods plot were scarce, but the film was said to feature the female Furies and All Widow, with Darkseid serving as the main antagonist.
Okay.
And when it was canceled not too long ago, they even teased a scene with that once, or I think it was probably a scene with Big Barda and who knows what. But that's what I'm saying, is that she was actually co-writing a script with Tom King, who was an actual comic book writer.
Okay. So that being said, it would have been, I guess it sounds amazing in that retrospect.
Yeah.
But she did work with the writers of Naomi. And why is it a hot pile of garbage?
Don't ask me that because I haven't seen the show.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's where I come in, because Mike has not seen it. I've seen all 4 episodes. Kuya, please explain to me. I've done a little research. From what I've read, Naomi's actually badder ass than this shit. This show is so fucking dull.
Okay,
From what I've read up, she's badass. Like, she's fucking an energy bomb waiting to go off.
A couple of things that's kind of screwing the pooch on this.
Fed up.
Okay, one, it's created for the CW.
I get that.
And you know how what my take is when it comes to like things created for the CW, right? Secondly,
I get that, but good things were made on the CW. We all know that.
Yeah, but again, the track record right now is not as clean as it was before. So what they're trying to do, I'm not sure if they're playing the long game on this one. That it's dull as as dull as like fucking like a Dillard, or whatever.
Well, it feels very Tomorrow People, but only worse.
Yeah, because
it feels like a 99-cent store version of like Tomorrow People, without the Tomorrow People, but Naomi.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
I'm not getting it.
It's kind of tough because again, the Naomi comic book is actually, a lot of people love that comic book, and it's a rabid fan base because they love the character Naomi.
I know I was talking to Mike in the break room, one of my best friends, she loves it. She's watching Naomi and she's pissed off with this show. Yeah. She fucking hates it because it's not living up to the comic book.
To be perfectly frank, I've only read a couple of pages of Naomi. And,
I've never read it. That's why I'm asking you.
I know that's not. It's not the kind of thing that I usually want to read and all that stuff, because again, I'm not familiar with whoever with whoever created Naomi and stuff. But again, it seemed
Well, the main
entertaining.
name on it doesn't matter because the main name on it is Ava DuVernay, and you know what? She's
Yep.
fucking it up. She's fucking it up.
So
And
I
I've
don't know.
defended her multiple times, and she is fucking it up on this. There's no defending this. She's fucking it up. Because this shit is boring, disgusting, and it's going nowhere. Not from what my friend told me. She's like, she like from what my friend described to me, the issue she read, like I just rather she tell me more the other issues she's been reading over watching the next episode because it's far more exciting.
Yeah.
This is garbage. It's and this is not me being. This is the epitome, the definition of fucking garbage. And for all of you over there in the other side of the pond, it's fucking rubbish. Okay, it's rubbish. It's garbage.
I may need to
Get rid of it.
take a look at. I may need to take a look at the Naomi comic then, because again, there's a huge fan base for it. It's
I
not.
know that. I know
It's
that.
not. It's not like like the big name comic books or anything, but it is a solid fan base, and if they don't like the show, like that's a scary thought because that's your fan base, But I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
The first reviews that I saw on online when they come about the show is like it's that's not a good thing when a new show comes out. It's like it's
Exactly.
So I don't know. Again,
There's a
I don't,
reason why they put it behind Superman and Lois. So
yeah, I mean, like at least you could appreciate the fucking Bizarro, Superman, which is kind of, I was like, hey, that's kind of.
so you are
neat.
watching it. That's
It's kind of it's kind of
you
neat,
are
right?
watching. You're caught up more than fucking Mike. Then
Yeah, look at
you
you.
really are.
Big fan of
I
Superman.
didn't I tell you guys? Like at the end of season 1, I was like, I was pleasantly surprised on how this fucking thing worked. And then on the second episode, on the second or first episode of the second season, I told you guys there's no more teenage angst because it's all adult angst now because Lois Lane is the most angsty motherfucker in the show. And I was like, I didn't appreciate Lois Lane, defending a daughter that she never knew. I was like, she barely
not like
that wasn't even her daughter. It was a different Lois Lane. Why is she trying to protect the kid that's like her own daughter? See, and that's the thing. This is the sloppy fucking writing that I can't stand with the CW sometimes. I'm like, you're making you're creating like fucking drama out of nothing.
Well, that's the point, right?
No, that's not the point. Tell a fucking story. You don't need to have drama to tell a story. You know what I'm talking about? So
What do you mean you don't need drama to tell a story?
Huh?
What do you mean you don't need drama?
What? Okay. With John Wick, what is there drama in John Wick?
Yes.
What do you mean?
He fucking lost his wife, right? He was depressed?
No.
He was suicidal?
He had a dog. Somebody shot his dog and he went out for a
Where'd the dog come from? Where'd the dog come from?
It came from the pound.
It came. Wasn't it a gift from his wife?
Yeah. So,
okay. So the wife, right, reminded him of his wife. It was her last gift to him.
Puppy. Like Mike, would you be mad at somebody if somebody shot your puppy?
That's not the point. What I'm talking about.
No, I'm just asking you as a person. If you had the abilities of John Wick, and somebody shot your puppy, you would go out on a fucking revenge binge.
But it's more than that. It was a gift from his wife.
The story itself is a revenge thing. It's not about the drama of him being hurt because of the wife dying, etc., etc., etc.
It's all connected.
It doesn't matter if it's connected. Again, the story says
it does matter because it gives the character more motivation and an actual purpose.
He's John Wick. He doesn't need any more motivation to kill people, man. They killed the puppy.
So
And
that was
then
motivation.
that's even on the trailer. It's like, oh, they kill my dog.
That was
Yeah,
motivation because that was a
I'm
gift
back.
from his wife.
It's not. It's not necessary.
So
Like,
you mean to just tell me just because if the story started out he just had his dog
yeah,
and the dog got killed, yeah, that could have worked too.
yeah,
But it's more emotional, it's more dramatic because it was a gift from his wife.
yeah.
who
But
passed
it
away.
doesn't. It doesn't like impede it for if
Right,
there's no
but
drama to
that's
it.
the story that they told.
Yeah. So
And
it's
so with
just more
that story
bloody.
that they told, it was a success because people actually connected more to it.
Yeah, because everybody likes puppies.
Yes, but more likely than not, a lot of people have lost someone too.
But again, puppies are better.
Okay,
Puppies are better than people. You know that.
you're talking about no need for drama in a
Nobody
story,
gives a shit about it if he doesn't.
huh?
Dude, if the story was like John Wick, John Wick like lost the wife, and then he went out on a revenge trip, and, because he lost his wife, nobody gives a shit.
That's the story.
No, he because the puppy died. That's when he came back and he snapped
Right, and it pushed him. But because where did the puppy come from?
from the pound. God damn
Which
it!
was a gift from his wife.
It doesn't matter who gave it to him. Like, the fucking Pope could have given it to
It
him.
does matter.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Actually, he's right. It does matter because that was the inciting incident of the movie.
I know. I was just being
Yeah,
facetious
you
with
are.
the.
You're telling me you can't have drama?
And that's like
You
you
can't
knew you
have
were.
drama, dude. You can't like the drama and bullshit is like too much, bro. Like you don't need. My point is you don't need to create drama to have drama in any fucking movie. You don't need to make. You don't need to make a mountain out of a molehill. Oh my god, I have a pimple. Oh, it's the worst day ever, and that's a fucking episode in Riverdale. I don't give a shit about that. You know
you
what I'm
watch
talking about?
Riverdale too?
No, I'm just saying that's probably an episode of Riverdale. I don't know.
No, it's not.
That means you should come over to the horror wrestling community, Kuya, because you're a pessimist. So come over.
No, I'm like I want to.
You're not a real horror fan. Come over to the real horror community. We'll welcome you with open arms. We'll be like Journey. Oh, I welcome you with open arms.
Yeah.
Come to our side.
Yeah, I will.
Drop the nerd shit. Get rid of the space wizards and all that bullshit. Get rid of the Harold Potter.
I'm a mature enough person to appreciate horror, regardless of
Obviously not after that little dissertation.
What? There's no drama in horror, is there?
Very much so, but you're from what I heard, you're railing against it.
No, I'm just saying it's not necessary to have a good movie. That's why, or a good story. It's not necessary.
Is it though?
So you're saying drama is not necessary?
You just
to have a good movie, to have a good show, to have a good anything.
How is that possible? That's writing 101.
No.
That would be screenwriting 101.
What, create drama?
No, you have to have drama. Without drama, then there's no story.
Well, okay, fucking Wally.
Huh?
And on that note,
what's the story of Wally?
What's the story of Wally?
Yeah, what's the story of Wally?
A lonely robot is working on his shit and just getting trapped.
Stop right there. Stop
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
How the fuck is a robot lonely? Robots don't have emotions.
They don't, but they personified him with emotions because he was lonely and he was curious, right?
Again, robots don't have emotions.
Okay,
the
story that they're telling you, the story that they're telling you is Wally. Wally has emotions. He's gonna learn to have emotions. He's gonna learn because he's lonely and he's curious. He's gonna learn about this cockroach who becomes his friend, and then he's gonna also learn about this other robot. And
that's what's fucked up with that movie, because you don't need that shit.
Okay, but is it a good movie?
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay, because there's drama, right?
It's perfectly fine. Look it up. You don't need that kind of drama in Up.
Okay, but
Oh,
is
yeah.
it a good movie because of the drama? Because what
Yeah,
happens?
it's
That's
all
right.
about
He loses his wife.
it's all about the old guy and the fucking trying to mess with the fat kid and with the dog and shit. So
Right, but what's the thing that kicks off the story?
yeah, we
Part of
don't
it?
talk about the first 15 minutes of Up because it's not necessary.
Oh, sure, because the balloons in the house don't mean
Yes,
anything at
troll.
all. Like,
Huh?
wow, really?
Who is trolling?
I'm just
trolling as
fucking with you
fuck.
guys.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, clearly,
Yeah.
clearly.
That's it.
Tell me
But-
any story that doesn't require drama. Seriously.
Star Wars. You don't need drama in Star Wars.
Oh, sure.
Horror film.
Horror film. Saw. Is there any drama in Saw?
I've never seen the whole thing of Saw, so
Have you seen the first? You haven't seen the first movie, Saw.
no.
There is drama in the first.
Oh, there you go.
Nightmare on Elm
Stop
Street.
the lies.
What about it? What about that, Pinhead? Nightmare on Elm Street. Is there drama?
It didn't need to have. It didn't need to have drama. That's the point.
Okay. See,
It
so
didn't need to have drama.
that's what again. What I'm saying is, a good movie, something entertaining does not need drama. That's my point. You guys.
What about Hellraiser?
Mike
Does
is
that
saying-
have drama?
No, Mike is saying that everything has
I
to have
know.
drama.
I'm out of this.
Okay.
You guys are.
So I'm curious because the way you define it. So what does drama mean? Drama.
That's what I want to know. Because
Okay. Let's look at the
before I
definition.
co-sign, what is? Because I don't know either one of your definitions of drama.
So drama, a play for theater, radio, or television, i.e., everything we're fucking watching and talking about is drama.
This show has turned into fucking drama.
Number two,
Yeah.
an exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances. An example, Star Wars.
Okay.
An exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances. The original Star Wars is drama.
Okay.
Would you like me
Sure.
to break it down for you?
Sure.
Okay. So the movie starts. Let's take out, don't even mind the opening crawl. The movie starts on a small cruiser, a ship. It's being chased down by a large Star Destroyer. And right from the get-go, we're introduced to 3PO and R2 who are rushing. When they find Princess Leia gives a message to R2, and then before you know it, they're docked by the Star Destroyer.
See,
and then
No, the thing is, Mike, like you're defining conflict with drama, but those are two different things.
but hold on.
In-
Hold on. Doesn't what Leia do? What Leia does when she sends the droids away to Tatooine,
Mm.
that sets off a chain of events. Because what happens to the droids? They end up being captured by the Jawas, and they somehow end up in the property of Owen Lars and Aunt Beru. And
okay.
then Luke comes across them and comes across that message. So by
Okay.
that definition and by those sequences, that sets off a chain of an unexpected series of events or set of circumstances, and that kicks off the adventure.
Yeah, because he was fucking horny and he saw a hot piece of ass like saying, "Save me,
Yeah,
Obi-Wan."
That's how you define it.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Because he's a kid. He's a kid
Yeah,
that wanted.
she's beautiful.
He's a kid
princess.
that's in a search for adventure.
Right.
Remember, he was talking to his uncle Owen. Oh, I want to get out of Tatooine. I'm gonna do this. So that's not drama. That's conflict. He's conflicted with his responsibilities in Tatooine versus his wanting to go out
Okay.
and explore.
But let's not. I'm talking about R2D2 himself. and his mission.
He's a fucking droid. There's no emotions, Mike.
His
So
mission.
drama is
His mission.
emotions.
His mission. I'm not talking about emotions. I'm talking about his mission. R2's mission is to find Obi-Wan Kenobi and deliver that message.
Okay.
And because
was
he
his
does
mission.
that, Luke is off to an adventure because he has to chase down the droids, and then he meets Obi-Wan Kenobi.
So it's an adventure. It's not drama.
Again, number 2, the definition. An exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances.
Okay.
Would you like to keep going? Because we can keep going on all the 9 episodes.
We can keep going, but again, you're defining what I'm saying as drama that's not necessary in CW or shows as what you think of drama.
Okay,
For me,
but you said in Star Wars it's not required to have drama.
It's
So
not.
now I'm, huh?
It's not. It's a space adventure movie.
Okay, but without the drama, you don't get Star Wars.
No, without conflict, there's no Star Wars.
But that's what I'm saying. Because of R2 in that beginning, you have that adventure.
Without conflict, there wouldn't have been like.
So what's the conflict of R2?
The conflict is between Princess Leia and trying to escape the Galactic Empire. So she sent the thing over to help save the rebellion. That's the conflict. The conflict again is Luke trying to be responsible and collect moisture. Like Uncle, like good old Uncle Owen wants him to be, versus him like living his life.
Right, but because the droids got there, it sets off a chain of events.
Okay, so it's a chain of events. That's not drama.
An unexpected series of events or set.
That's not unexpected because it was expected because that's what happened.
What do you mean it wasn't unexpected?
Like they saw the droids and then he was cleaning the shit up and it popped up with the message.
That was unexpected.
There was something that expected. It popped up.
Well, yeah, but he didn't know that the droid had a message.
It didn't matter. It popped up. See?
You're just trolling and digging your own hole here.
I don't give a fuck, man. I'm just telling
Superman
you.
Superman the movie. Christopher Reeve, Marlon Brando, Margot Kidder, Gene Hackman. There's no drama there?
No. It's a superhero movie.
Sure.
Again, your definition of drama again is the generalized shit.
This is not my definition. This is according to Google. This is the definition on Google.
Oh yeah, and everything in Google is absolutely 100% goddamn accurate.
Okay, right. This is a definition for drama. Would you like? This is from Oxford Languages.
Yeah, you believe those bastards from Oxford.
Okay, so Oxford Languages is incorrect.
Mike, can you do me a favor? Look the definition up of grot.
So hold on. Yeah. So that's the definitions are from Oxford Languages. Grot is GRO. Is it double T or just one T?
GRUTT, I think.
GRU.
GROUTT, if I'm not mistaken.
GROU. Because there's grout and there's grot. Let's see. There's no grot.
There should be.
Let's see. I'm just getting grotesque.
Close.
Yeah, I'm not. Let's see. Grot. Oh, grot. Okay. Something unpleasant, dirty, or of poor quality. Quote, they watch endless grot on TV.
Yeah, just like the CW.
There you go. So now, and the only reason why because people said you're using that's like when I say John Cena is grot. Okay. When I think Army of Thieves is grot.
Oh, really? I thought you liked that one.
I hate Army of Thieves.
How about Army of the Dead?
I'm growing to it. When I talk about Halloween Kills and overall it's grot. Yeah, it's grot. So I'm right. Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Like Moonfall is
My
not for you,
Filipino
but it's entertaining.
dictionary is now proved to me that I am correct. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's from Oxford Languages.
Exactly. Thank you.
Those are the definitions.
Yeah. I just don't think, again, the
Kuya's
unwanted.
definition of drama is grot.
No. This is what I'm saying. The unnecessary drama that needs to be like the fucking dumb emotional shit that they don't need to put in any sort of like movie, show, or whatever. It's unnecessary. It's not needed. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like drama to move the
if I
plot.
could
Right?
ask you, and it's not to stir the pot or be it, what's your favorite movie that you consider that has none of that drama? The grot drama or the grot goblins in the movie?
Like no drama. There's drama, but there's no like
No,
unnecessary
you
drama.
know what I'm asking you, Kuya. You're
Yeah.
smarter than that. Stop it.
But I'm repeating what you're trying to ask.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly what you just asked. Like, come on.
Princess Bride.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is drama, but is there unnecessary drama?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Wow. Okay. I'm surprised. So
Why?
maybe I should watch.
I hate it. How are you surprised? I hate everything but horror, according to the popular, vernacular.
No. Okay.
So how are you surprised?
No. Pinhead. How about this? I watched the whole like one season of Ozarks, the first season of Ozark, and you watched The Princess Bride.
Nope, not good enough. It's got to be better than that. It's got to be better than that.
The Princess Bride is actually better than that. So
I'll watch The Princess Bride.
For two seasons of Ozark.
If I watch The Princess Bride, you have to watch the first 4 Hellraiser films.
I've seen 3.
That doesn't work.
Huh? I've seen it. I can just like look for Hellraiser 4.
Why am I being mean? If I watch Princess Bride, you have to watch all 5 Phantasm films.
I've seen 2, so I can.
Not good enough. That's not good enough. They're masterpieces.
So that means that.
So excuse me. I'll take it back. Rewatch the first 2 and watch the last 2. That's it.
Okay.
And then I'll watch The Princess Bride. Deal.
Yeah.
Because you can find Phantasm very easily everywhere. Yeah. So
and again, I'm gonna repeat what I'm trying to say. Drama is fine in movies, shows, whatever. Unnecessary drama is what I was talking about. Like in the CW.
So I gotcha. But you took it a step further.
Oh yeah, because again, you guys were trying to make fun of what I'm trying to say.
No, I wasn't making fun of what you were trying to say.
I was not making fun of shit.
So if people want to do that, like I am the king troll, and I will troll the shit out of everybody.
I wasn't making fun of what you were trying to say. I was saying in John Wick there is drama.
It's not necessary.
But that's the story that they told.
No, the drama that you're saying is again, the drama that you were saying is what was told, and that's fine. But again, it's not necessary, and that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because again, his night of revenge because the dog died and he stole his car. That's enough. That's enough motivation for him to kill everybody in the Russian mob.
Okay, so but with that in mind, that it wasn't necessary, did you still like the movie?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. I
I
was
think you're
entertained.
both wrong. I think you're both wrong because you need more Neil Breen in your diet to get real true drama out of there. So there you go.
So
God.
if you were watching John Wick without the backstory, the drama of losing his wife, and
Yeah.
you just had his puppy get murdered,
Yep.
and then he says, "Everyone keeps asking if I'm back. I'm back," and he starts yelling, "I'm back." Well, you would have fucking laughed in the theater.
No,
Wow.
I would have been entertained because like, he was shooting the shit out of people.
No. I'm talking about this exact scene where he's yelling, "Everyone keeps asking if I'm back. Well, I'm back, and then I'm back.
I've
I'm
heard
back."
worse lines.
Okay,
I've heard
okay.
worse lines from coming from Keanu Reeves. That's fine.
I just want it on record right here. Y'all talk about me, how I'm a smart ass, a cold heart, a ruthless bastard. The torch, Pinhead 198, James. The torch has been passed to Kuya because there's no more ruthlessness than when you can say that the puppy is.
Yeah, the puppy's more important
Fuck
than
you,
the.
like your puppy died.
Yeah.
Grow up, bitch. Grow up, bitch. You're a pussy piece of shit. Like it's just
Yeah, you
it's
can't
the
do
facts
that.
of life.
You know, you need to have maximum fucking violence if your puppy died. So
Get that Joe Biden skin. Oh,
nope, there you go. Ah, man. I was just messing with you, Mike. You know that.
Oh yeah, I know.
Nothing but love.
I know. That's why you want to take it. Let's go.
Oh, it's cool. That's fine with
Oh,
me.
wow.
That's why
You
I'm
want
like,
to take it? That's
you drama, no drama in Star Wars. Mm,
No, there's no drama. It's
Let's
fucking
go,
like,
boy.
everything's hunky dory in Star Wars. Yeah. It's about a spoiled child, fucking like trying to get trying to save a piece of ass, but like she died anyways. So, oh, was I wrong?
yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah, right.
Spoiled child. Who's a spoiled child?
I hate sand. I hate sand.
Hold on. How is Anakin a spoiled child? He's a fucking slave.
I hate sand. I don't like it anymore. I'm in love with you, Padme. Even though you're like 8 years older than me, but I'm stronger than my master. But
Okay, that's
that's
nowhere near.
I killed them all.
That's nowhere near an impression of Anakin Skywalker.
That's the
Episode
worst.
2 Attack of the
That's the
Clones.
worst.
That's the best fucking impression I can give.
For someone who hates
that's how,
teen angst, you sure know how to put it on.
that's how he sounded like to me because of that bullshit.
Secretly, Kui is watching all these teen angsty shows and movies.
That's how he sounded like to me, man.
What's your review on Riverdale season
the
1?
prequels again, and he sounds exactly the same. I'm a lot stronger than my master, but like he keeps like pushing me or holding me back.
Well, that's what you get when you feed the kid. Oh, you're the chosen one.
Yeah. So whose fault was that? It's Qui-Gon's.
Well, it's the Jedi's fault.
Dumbass. Yeah. No, because like remember what Mace Windu said? You're too old, bitch.
Yes. However,
Yeah.
the plan was Qui-Gon was going to train Anakin. Had Qui-Gon trained Anakin, he would have succeeded.
No.
Obi-Wan wasn't ready.
Both of them would have been to the dark side, like lickety split.
Nope. Not according to Filoni.
Yeah, right.
Because the Duel of the Fates, that duel in episode 1, it's more than just the lightsaber fight. It's really Qui-Gon fighting to be able to survive so that he can train Anakin, because Anakin's never had a father figure, and that's where Qui-Gon came in. And had Qui-Gon survived, he would have been able to succeed in training Anakin, and that's why when he dies, he gets passed off to Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan isn't ready to train. And yeah, that's where the failure comes in, and the drama.
Yeah. Conflict, not drama.
Okay.
because Anakin himself is like one bag full of drama already because he's a spoiled little bitch.
How is he spoiled?
He's spoiled, dude. He's entitled. He's like, I'm not a Jedi. I'm not a Jedi Master. Oh man, I'm part of the council, but I'm not a Jedi Master. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Oh my god.
I can't. See, that's how he sounded to me every time I watch the prequels. That's exactly how he sounds.
Yeah.
It may not sound like him. It may not sound like that or whatever. I'm the master now. If you're not with me, you're against me. Man.
So
You killed Padme. You've done that yourself.
I think this was on a recent episode of Fat Man Beyond. And Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin were talking about Star Wars. We're talking about A New Hope. And Luke has a line where everyone has thought that Luke is just being whiny because he wants to go to Toshi Station to pick up some power converters. But the reply that Uncle Owen, and Mark Bernardin pointed this out, and I thought it was interesting. The reply that Uncle Owen gives to Luke is, you can waste time with your friends later when your chores are done. But I'm not doing the best job of explaining this. But basically, Uncle Owen knew that Luke was trying to lie or trying to get away from doing something. Uncle Owen knew. So Uncle Owen knew that Luke was trying to just was lie. And Uncle Owen kind of like called him out. So I thought it was interesting because everyone has just been passing it off to Luke as being like a whiny bitch, but
no, because remember that unreleased episode or unreleased footage, like he was with his friends,
right?
Whatever. And isn't that Tashi Station?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Uncle Owen was trying to be a good guy, trying to be like, hey, you know what? You may be the strongest motherfucker in the galaxy, but you need to finish your chores.
Yeah. Also, Luke
trying to teach him responsibility.
Luke whines back with a response, but I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters. Uncle Owen responds, you can waste time with your friends after your chores are done.
Yep.
What Mark Bernardin was saying was that Luke was just saying that he was going to get power converters, but really it was to do something else with his friends. And Uncle Owen knew that Luke was just lying.
No, well, also Mark Bernardin is a piece of shit, so.
Okay.
He hates DC,
Okay.
You know that, right?
Huh?
He hates DC with a passion. Because he didn't get hired because of one writing job for a movie or something.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
It was one. I'm not sure which superhero movie it was, but he was supposed to be the writer. But they went with another person. So
interesting. Was this on the podcast?
No. Huh. I'm just assuming that's what it is because he's a vindictive piece of shit. So.
Oh. Okay.
See, I'm starting drama.
Well,
that's what I mean.
He's currently working with Marvel for a game. And
nice.
And he held back his opinion on the Eternals because
Is the Eternals the game?
He's no. He's employed by Marvel and he doesn't want to get in trouble. So
really?
Yeah. So
he's a shill. Basically, that's what it is. He's basically like the same fucking Soups guy, the Let's Go guy. Then he's no better than him.
I hope Soups never gets a job at Marvel. He can just keep creating content. Someone commented or someone tweeted and said, "Oh, Soups, the Batman screening party," and I was like, I just replied with a laugh out loud and gif. I'm like, fuck that shit. He can't even get his dick that hard for any DC trailer that he's trying to fake liking. So don't give up hope, or don't even don't even hope for that. Anyway, we're pretty much done.
Yep.
We are on it's the day of the Super Bowl. So we're going to be seeing hopefully a good game and some
Halftime
really
show.
cool and at least some entertaining ads and some cool trailers. So
Yeah, isn't Black Adam going to come out?
I'm hoping so.
Okay.
Fuck,
But the Batman surely is, right?
The Batman, I don't know if they're going to, it would be a surprise if they put a new ad because they've been marketing the shit out of the Batman anyway.
Okay.
So it's kind of pointless to waste a lot of that money for a Super Bowl. But who knows? They could change the strategy.
Batman trailer.
Let's see. Black Adam is supposed to release July 29th.
Yeah, so they would need a spot for Black Adam then.
Hopefully, yes, that would be cool. I do like the way Pierce Brosnan looks and sounds as Dr. Fate. So really cool. Really cool.
It looks nice. Again, the 4 movies that we forgot to talk about it, but like when the Flash uniform, the suit, when the goggles came in or the lens,
yeah,
to protect his eyes from the super speed, I was like, oh, that's kind of a nice touch. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm actually digging the Flash suit a lot more now compared to the first time we got a look of it from DC fandom. So this is this is actually getting me excited. So
I just pray to God that what's that name's bit or that bitch's name?
Amber Turd.
Amber Turd.
No. What the one that said that the Flashpoint is gonna change everything. Randolph.
Steve Mongo
Grace
Michael.
Randolph.
Yeah.
Grace Randolph.
I hope she's fucking dead wrong with all the things. So.
By the way, she did a video for the Oscars recap of the nominations.
She hasn't seen like she only saw like 2 movies out of the fucking bunch.
Really?
I think.
She did that?
So I saw more movies than she did.
Yeah. So what the fuck? You should have way more subscribers than she does.
So all of us combined should take all of our subscribers. Fuck.
No, like that's I'm assuming because like again she's more about like the superhero movies than she is like any other movies anyway.
You're making it up.
I don't know. Does she review other movies outside of superhero movies and popular movies?
Yeah, Pornhub movies.
Did she do a review of Belfast? No.
I don't know.
Okay.
No.
I'm looking on her Twitter. So she did a breakdown for the Oscar nominations. The snubs, Lady Gaga. I'm curious to see your reaction on
the House of Gucci. The House of Gucci? Is that what it was?
Didn't she win or get a nomination?
Who? Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga didn't get a nomination.
Yeah, Jessica Chastain was nominated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My reaction, I'm pissed off that Denny didn't get a Best Director nomination. Why? It's garbage. It's garbage. Like, I would much rather he got a Best Director nomination than Best Picture. Like, truthfully. Because the Best Picture goes to the fucking producers and shit. Yep. The Best Director would have went to him. Yep. So I'm a little pissed off about that. Other than that, I don't give a fuck about the Oscars because the Oscars are fucking brain dead fair from, crusty old white men that are trying to pretend they're fucking progressive and privileged. Like, oh, I nominated the black man for the 10th time during Black History Month. Good for you, white man. Like that's great.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bring that up, but if we're gonna do this and we're doing that shit, then actually commit to it, or otherwise shut the fuck up and let the white boys run amok. Either be serious about it or let the white boys run amok. So I can run amok. Give me a nomination a couple years down the line when I'm making horror movies. I know I'm only half white, so That'll make up for it,
Pinhead.
right?
Pinhead, has there been a horror movie that won an Oscar for Best Picture yet?
Well, I mean, get out if we're being technical.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a thriller for me. It's not really a
it
horror
doesn't
movie.
matter if we're being technical.
Yeah.
But a
Yeah.
superhero movie that won Best Film, The Dark Fucking Knight.
Yep.
Oh, and not superhero technically, but a comic book based film, Joker.
Yeah,
Oh,
Joker.
not only that, not one, but two performances from the Joker. So
The
suck on that,
Academy,
Marvel.
the Academy never has and never will care about horror. The year that they had their tribute to horror and they had Jaws in there,
Yeah.
that was a no-go for me. Jaws is not a horror film. It really isn't. Just because you have your phobias about it's not a horror film.
Yeah.
That's no more of a horror film than David Fincher's Seven is a horror film.
That was a thriller.
Or Silence of the Lambs is a horror film.
That was a
Yes,
thriller.
we get it. Serial killers or horror, they're horrific. They have horror elements to it. Those are not horror films.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, then you better take a more critical look about how some of these movies go, because there's a
Was The Exorcist nominated
there's some
for Best
Disney
Picture?
movie, or if that's the case, then The Wizard of Oz should be considered horrorful because it's. So,
Right, Pinhead. Did you know? Did you know if The Exorcist got a nomination?
who?
The Exorcist.
Oh, it won, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Did it win Best? Oh, okay.
Let's check.
I'm thinking of classic horror, like The Exorcist, like The Omen, right?
Correct.
That might be nominated, but I'm not sure. Again, I'm not.
We can check. We can look it up. Let's look it up.
Horror films that won the Oscar, I guess.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm getting up close and personal with you guys. How you guys doing out there? Hey, look.
So The Omen Academy Awards, Best Music, Original Score. Or wait, for the Oscar, I think it won Best Music. Yep, Best Music, Original Score. The Omen, 1976.
Let's see. Let's see
I
what
mean,
The Exorcist won. The Oscars for The Exorcist were.
They consider
Let's fuck with-
Silence of the Lambs a horror, so. But it's not. It's a thriller.
So their wins were for best adapted screenplay and best sound mixing. That's the only thing. But their nominations were for best actress, best adapted screenplay, best art direction, best cinematography, best director, best film. So they won. So they were nominated for one. They were
The
nominated
Shining?
for 10. They won 2. There you go. They were nominated for 10. They won 2. Even with my glasses off. You're welcome, sexies. That
Pinhead,
one's
what
for
about
you, Brad. I love you.
Pinhead, what about The Fly? Is that considered horror for you?
Which one? Which one?
86. The Jeff Goldblum one.
Oh, Cronenberg's Fly.
Is that considered a horror movie?
It's body
it's more of a
horror.
thriller,
Body horror.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Well, yeah. We
There you
forgot
go.
to mention
Anyway,
the,
yeah. So
the
there you go.
Oscar nominations, but
Denny was robbed. He was
Yep.
fucking robbed. Like I don't care. Fuck this is why I'm boycotting the Oscars. People's like, you would think you'd boycott it. No, I'm boycotting the Oscars, not because of Lady Gaga, but because of Denny. You guys should have done. You did him raw. You did him raw because he would. Fuck all y'all. It's a fucking popularity contest just to push agendas. So fuck all Hollywood. I hope the fucking bomb drops on all of you, or at the very least, an arsonist psychopath sets the fucking place ablaze. There you go. I'm gone. Happy birthday. Happy Super Bowl.
Yeah, so for Best Picture Oscar nominees, it's Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog, West Side Story.
Really, West Side Story.
Yeah, which is also coming to Disney Plus, I think, in March.
Jesus Christ.
So
Nightmare Alley was actually I was fairly entertained by Nightmare Alley. So that's Guillermo del Toro. So.
Yeah, that's on HBO Max, right?
Mm-hmm. It's also on Hulu. Kind of weird, but it's.
Oh, okay. Also, John Williams himself turned 90, celebrated his birthday. And
Happy birthday, King.
When you look at that list of non-dramatic films that he's composed scores for, like Jurassic Park, E.T.,
and I will say this.
Indiana Jones.
I will say this. Nightmare Alley fucking sucked. It was garbage. It was grotesque garbage.
I was entertained though.
Yeah,
it was the worst Guillermo del Toro film of all time.
Were you entertained with Rocket Raccoon's dick?
Yeah, but past that, it was garbage.
Oh man. Oh boy.
Just ask Dan, our loyal listener. He'll tell you it was garbage.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention Bruce Willis gets his own category in this year's Razzies. He has, holy shit, the amount of movies he came out with in the last year. He had a movie on there. They had his own. I've only seen one, Cosmic Sin, and that is in Pinhead's words. That is a piece of grot. Even you hear me. I'll always talk about positives, but holy shit, Cosmic Sin, holy fucking shit. That's a piece of
it's probably filled with like unnecessary drama.
Not just that, holy shit. The fucking space station or whatever, their base, looks like a fucking neon cafe from Vegas or something. Like, holy shit, dude. Anyway, yeah, so he has his own category. So in all the nominees is him for American Siege, Apex, Deadlock, Fortress, Midnight in the Switchgrass. Midnight in the Switchgrass? What the fuck? Out of Death, Survive the Game. Holy shit. You think Nicolas Cage is, at least Nicolas Cage is making quality films. Bruce Willis, on the other hand,
like jujitsu, right? Yep.
Well, I mean, that's maybe one out of what? Out of a. And I haven't seen it yet. I need to see jujitsu. So.
I was like, oh my god.
Was there not enough drama?
It had way too much drama.
Unnecessary drama.
Yep, unnecessary drama.
Oh man. So yeah. We should do a Nick Cage-a-thon eventually.
We need to watch like the non-popular ones.
Right. We should.
You know, like the one with the fucking bees was funny. So his remake, Pinhead, the remake of that horror movie.
The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man. Yeah. That's kind of funny, but I never
see that. Alrighty, well, that wraps up the episode. Thank you guys for watching or listening, whichever way you prefer to consume your drama-free podcast.
Yep, drama-free, guys. Drama-free podcast right here.
Everyone enjoy the Super Bowl if you're gonna check it out, or at least enjoy some. I'm gonna order a bat calzone from Little Caesars
Oh Jesus!
to
Good
add
luck.
to our buffet.
And I'm gonna order some sushi and pussy. So yeah.
There you go.
Good rhyming too. Good rhyming. Alrighty. So till the next episode. Thank you guys for watching or listening.
Yep.
See y'all. Peace.
Bye bye.
Hmm?